I kept seeing retweeted on my timeline recently this account, and I thought it was a parody account, okay? Because it seemed to be an account from Destiny's Child, not the girl group, okay? Can you pay my bills? No, probably not. Have you seen the Pizza Fund lately? Anyway, I'm talking about Destiny, the street, blue hair, lesbian, little gay guy. Destiny. So happy Pride Month. By the way, guys, we're keeping a theme this month. Happy Pride. Destiny, the streamer guy, he's got a son. And I could have sworn, I thought this was fake. I swear to God, I thought this was not real, but it's real, it turns out. This is Destiny's son, Nathaniel, who is a little, Zoomer streamer himself. Okay. And you'll see here, he is his dad's biggest A-log, his number one troll. It's crazy. So first of all, he's got a picture. He's got his profile picture there. It kind of looks like his dad's. He's made his logo. It says Nathaniel. He's made it look like the Destiny logo. This was the part that really got me. Instead of Destiny, he's calling himself Autonomy. Very funny. The opposite of Destiny. He says it's me, Nathan. Then this one really got me. He's got his Cash App on there. And it's his cash tag is Mr. Borelli. So he's even making fun of his dad, like nobody knowing his name, Mr. Finkelstone or whatever, kept calling him Mr. John Bon Jovi. And it gets even crazier. Then you scroll down and you see, Destiny's got a community. His website is destiny.gg. So all of the people on it are the DGGers. Well, because he's Nathaniel, he's got the NGGers. I'm sure that's how that's said. I'm sure there is no other way to say that. Anyway, he's got a little group for his NGGers. This dude has been trolling his dad so hard that he got kicked out of his own father's Discord, which is crazy. He says, what a bunch of retards. I said literally nothing. They kept talking about me and then banned me. This is war. Then he puts a link to his dad's Discord, and listen, this is a yay style symbol here. I don't know what else to call that. I've seen some black fellows wearing skins that have done a similar thing to that. Then you scroll down even further. By the way, he's now tweeting out PODAWFUL.
PODAWFUL one. PODAWFUL one.
Now this is where it gets concerning. It gets concerning because it says here, he tweets out, it's the Jews. It's always the Jews. It's always been the Jews. It will always be the Jews. I don't know specifically what he's referring to there, but we'll find out tonight on the program, because tonight I will be interviewing Destiny's Child. No one will have an issue with this. This won't be weird to anybody. Yeah, that's right. I am actually interviewing Nathaniel, Destiny's son. It's, by the way, yesterday was Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. This episode is Daddy's Day 13. Now, for many years, we did the show on Sundays. So every Father's Day would roll around. I would have a Daddy's Day on. I think this might be the first time we missed it actually on Father's Day. I have, I'm a father. I have 3 very young children. And obviously something I think about quite often as a weird internet guy who's been doing this a long time is, how is this going to affect my kids? Because it's going to affect the kids. Listen, all the play and catch with them in the world isn't going to change the fact that it's going to affect them. Something bad's going to happen. I figured there's no better person on earth to ask than Destiny's Child. So we will be interviewing him about that. We'll also be talking to my dad tonight in the program and catching up with last year's Father of the Year award winner, Nick Rekieta. That's right. Yeah, the Nick Rekieta.
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
That Nick Rekieta. Has he been replaced as Father of the Year? Find out tonight on PODAWFUL.
monster that I have to deal with.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the program. Hi.
That was cool.
That was cool. Happy to be here. I'm your host, Jesse PS. This is Pod Awful. We are live over at podawful.tv. We've got the henchman here. Hi, henchman.
Hello.
Hi.
Jesse.
Hi. By the way, right as the show began, just to kick things off, and we're going to call Nathaniel here in a second, I did notice that the comedy Shaman has posted a video right as we went live. Somebody should probably go and archive that and take a look, maybe give that a scan. You know, I'll be talking to a child, so you've got time. Give that a scan, unless you really got to be here for that. Give that a scan and see what's going on in that video. Maybe report back to me. I will be jumping out of on air here to call our guest in just a moment. Lenny, your audio is horrific. You should really reconsider things.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
I mean, exactly as horrifically as I heard you a moment ago. Yeah, does that help?
Oh,
Hello. Okay, well, anyway, we're live over Pod Awful.
did that?
No, stop it. Unless you're 100% sure, don't say a thing again, okay? We're live over at podawful.tv. We've got the live chat room going on. It's Monday. It's a free episode, everybody. Stick around. This is going to be a good one. Hit like, share the show. What are they saying in the chat room? Daddy's Day Nightmare. I'm actually impressed that Destiny reproduced. My mind is blown. The guy, listen, you can say what you want about little Des Tiny, but the one thing he does is have sex. And so I don't know, maybe Nathaniel thinks his dad is really cool, actually. Maybe that's like a really awesome dad to have. I'm not sure. Lenny, buddy, I'm about to report you to the internet police. By the way, happy Father's Day to Lenny. He's a father. Happy Father's Day to all the daddies out there. We do bless you guys. And I got a nice message yesterday. And, I wasn't online all day. I was too busy playing catch with my kids. But somebody left, who was it? Tennessee Marine left a nice little message in Discord. He said, happy Father's Day to all the dads in here and to Pod Awful. Even though we may disagree on religion or politics, I don't have any opinions on the second one or whatever. I think it's truly amazing that a man can go through as much shit as you have with your business and still struggle on and make a good life for his wife and kids as an independent creator. That is truly something worthy of praise. All the best to you and all of the Pod Awful cult. And that was a really nice message to see. But please do me a favor. Don't ever have thoughts about me. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to Pod Awful. How are the henchmen doing? Chris is here. Dirk, Urquit, Jared, and maybe Lenny. I'm going to give Lenny another shot here. Lenny, take 3. Yeah.
Hi, it's me, Lenny.
Ooh, yeah, it's rough. It's rough, right? I'm not crazy. It's rough.
It is rough.
It sounds completely normal in the Discord
Now it's
testing
normal.
thing.
No. You sound like a weird little garbage gremlin that probably fucked up. And
All right, I'm gonna go start a shotgun. All right.
All right, man. Happy Father's Day.
Hey, thank you. See you too.
Yeah. So anyway, please never have personal thoughts about me or my family, or else you will end up like Comedy She-Man with whatever nonsense he just posted. A guy who, by the way, will never, in fact, be a father.
Nope. True.
The cup of sorrow he posted. I hope somebody. You got to scan. I can't just play it because this could be a bit, but we might have to take a look at that. That sounds promising. The cup of sorrow. Download it, folks. He likes to delete. He's the radio god now. Comedy She-Man. Anyway, I got to get on a call with a child again, and nobody has an issue with it. We all think that's cool that I'm talking to a little boy.
Funny.
Yeah, funny.
Destiny's Child, yeah.
Destiny's Child, yeah.
Cool.
Well, listen, I am a father, and I would not even want to. I would never do this, but he streams. He's like a known figure online. His dad puts him on. I would never do this otherwise, obviously. And of course, I really have been thinking about this whole, with Nick Rekieta and what he's done to his poor kids, Aaron Imholty, and his kids must be so embarrassed every day of their life. My kids, by the way, think Pod Awful is awesome. They love it. show.
Nice. Hell yeah.
They call it show. They call this the battle station here. They call this show. Daddy, you're going to show. Go to show. Oh, you're going to show right now. So they love it right now. But, you know, in the future, when people start uncovering things and pendulums swing different ways, who knows? So I've got a whole lot of questions for that. Do you guys have any questions I should ask Nathaniel before I jump off of here?
Nothing in particular.
Really,
Jesse,
you guys
thanks.
don't have questions for a little boy? Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry, man.
Dirk, really think this through? This might be your only chance.
Let's think here.
Somebody tweeted out. Doom, our friend Doom said, not the Clipper Doom, the other Doom. He said, you should ask Nathaniel how he feels about groypers constantly trying to groom him on Discord. And I replied to him and said, yeah, I'll ask him on Discord tonight. So I have jester's privilege. I can just do whatever I want. I don't care. But I do want to stress here that I have never messaged this child outside of, do you want to do an interview for Father's Day? I'll tell you exactly what I messaged him, actually. Let me read it to you here. I said,
be transparent.
Yeah, let's be transparent here. I said, I'm doing a Father's Day themed podcast tomorrow about retarded internet dads. Would you be willing to do an interview because your dad is a retard? And he said, what an opening, LMFAO. Maybe if you could give me some more info. And then I gave him a link to the show. And he said, I'll let you know in a few hours, but most likely, yes.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Another win for the toe.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Okay, so another win for the show. So, and let me know real quick, what are they saying in the chat room about this? Is this like a really bad look before I do it? I asked my wife, I said to my wife, who's a lady? I said, who gave birth to children. I said, I have this idea. Like, wouldn't it be funny to interview Destiny's son? He's on Twitter. He's got the craziest Twitter account. I mean, this kid is tweeting. He is not politically aligned with his dad. Let's just put it that way, okay? And I said, it'd be really funny, but I know what that's going to seem like. And she's like, oh, I don't know. And then like an hour later, she's like, you have to do it. It'd be so funny. And then she's, for the past 24 hours, she's been like, is he going to come on the show? I'm like, settle. It's a child.
Whoa.
I'm not that. If he doesn't, it's not a big deal. We could probably do without either way. And real quick, before I get him on, here's something Destiny actually said about his own son one time.
Yeah, I would have had an abortion if I would have been pro-choice parent, but I was super pro-life when...
I know you can't understand him because he's on Adderall, but he said he would have had an abortion if he was pro-life when his old ex-wife was pregnant with his son, who I'm about to talk to, the guy who's alive. Wow. He's saying he would have aborted his son. Okay.
Wow. My kid's mom was pregnant, so we had a conversation, and I can't have an abortion if I'm pro-life because I don't feel like a hypocrite.
Do you feel like you are pro?
By the way, you don't have the abortion in this scenario. I think you seem confused.
Hear this? That would affect him.
No, I tell it to him. What do you mean?
You told
him. You told your son. Anyway, this is the guy we're dealing. So this is why I think it's pertinent to speak to the kid. Get his side of the story on this. He got banned on Twitch he was a streamer on Twitch. He got banned on Twitch for capping his dad, which is really funny. We'll talk about that. All right, so I'm going to jump over there. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later in the show, by the way. All right?
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Be back.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
I'll miss you.
Well, don't say enjoy. Okay, I'll miss you, he says. All right, guys, calling Nathaniel, Destiny's child, everybody. This is real. This is happening.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
Ooh, I hope this hasn't all been a trick and I have been trolled. He's not ready, maybe. I don't know. I probably should have messaged him beforehand. You want to limit the messages. You do want to limit the back and forth you have in a scenario like this. So, let's see here. Oh, he's messaging me. Hang on a second. He says, "Don't have no big deal. You don't need a camera. Voice is fine. We're good without a camera, man. We're good without a camera. You want me to here's what I'll do. I think he just yeah, there we go. Hey, Nathaniel.
Hello?
What's up, man? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
All right, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Nathaniel. What is your Twitter account again? What's your handle?
Faceless Gospel.
At Faceless Gospel. Where's that name come from?
I have no clue. I just put something together.
Okay.
At school.
Very cool. Well, listen, I legitimately thought, I'm going to turn my camera on just so you can see what's happening on the show here, but you don't have to have a camera. You're fine. I legitimately thought your account was fake. I thought like you were like a parody account. People kept retweeting you because obviously, you know, your dad is very famous. He's got a certain way of talking and thinking, and you're saying a lot of other kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
What is your relationship with your dad? Like, is it all just a joke? How close are you guys?
We're pretty close. I message him pretty often, and he responds as soon as he can. Sometimes he's streaming, but he'll still respond most of the time.
Now, you say you message him often, but how often do you actually get to see him in like real life? You know.
I sometimes visit him like 2 times, once or twice a year for like 2 or 3 months, and then I come back to Nebraska.
Okay, so but you do. I mean, you're a pretty big troll of your dad. I mean, the Nathaniel logo, the name Autonomy, which is very funny. The NGGers, your official space for NGGers, the Mr. Borelli Cash App. I mean, obviously, you get a little bit of a kick out of making fun of your dad. What is is that actually mean spirited, or is it all in good fun?
Yeah, it's all fun. It's all jokes. I don't hate him.
That's good, man. That's good. I would hate it if you did hate, even though your dad. I mean, your dad sucks. He's like, but he's, you know, I'm glad that he's good for you as a dad. Does he send you a lot of money?
Sometimes I don't really ask for too much from him.
That's nice. That's good. Now, what about this time when he said that he told you that he would have aborted you? He said he tells you he would abort you. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think he said that to me when I was younger. I didn't think much of it. I was young. I
Right.
barely knew what abortion was, but
Right.
I thought it was funny. He told me that.
Okay.
Because,
You thought
yeah,
it was
kind of,
Do you mind if I play the clip here so people know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
All right, here, let me just play the
Pro-choice parent, but I was super pro-life when my kid's mom was pregnant, so we had a conversation, and I can't have an abortion if I'm pro-life because then I feel like a hypocrite.
Do you
know?
feel
So
like
you were
if your son would hear this, that would affect him?
No, I tell it to him. What do you mean?
You told your
Yeah, of
12-year-old
course.
son.
Yeah, I'm super frank. But
if
he
I
knows
was
me and his mom are
pro-choice, I
split
would've
up. It's
killed
not like we
you?
chose that arrangement, like we want to be split or whatever. But like I still love
How
my
do you
kid.
think that affects your child?
It
to
doesn't. He
tell
knows I
them,
love him. We hang out. We have fun. Like I talk to him. I love him. But like I'm not gonna.
I
sit here
love
and
you
lie
now,
to him
but I could have killed you, or if I would.
before he existed.
But he was in existence because he was alive.
Would you be mad if your dad aborted you?
You know, that's an interesting question. I don't think I'd have many emotions if he did kill me, because I think I'd be too dead to. But
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
That's a
I
good
guess I
point.
would be.
These fucking women don't seem to understand. I kind of agree with your dad a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't tell you know, I've got sons. And the whole reason I wanted to talk to you for this Father's Day episode is, you know, I've been doing internet stuff for a long time. And as one of these weird internet people where you got a history online, my sons are way younger than you, by the way. They're little kids, but I do worry that one day they're going to see all this stupid crap I've done on the internet and go, hey, Dad, you know, WTF, what's going on here? What were you thinking? So I did want to pick your brain about that. Like, how do you feel about all this? So you must see all these things about your dad. You must hear stuff.
I don't really let it get in the way of me and his relationship. I'll kind of joke about it. Like I've made jokes about you know, the videos that went on Twitter and then other sites, you know what I'm talking about. I made jokes about that, but
Yeah.
it never really affected me and my dad's relationship. I don't really think about it as much. It does suck whenever someone brings it up because they're like, "Oh, hey, your dad did this," and yeah, it kind of sucks. But it's.
Do you laugh it off though, or is it like, are you actually bummed, or is it just like, oh man, they've got an easy way to get me? Because that's what I worry about with my kids is like, oh,
Yeah.
it's going to be like the trump card on the playground. You know what I mean? Like do all right, let me ask you this. Do kids at your, I mean, I assume you go to school, right? You go to school. Do kids at your school know who your dad is?
Yeah, most of them.
And they know that he's your dad?
Yeah.
Like, has a kid ever come up to you, you know, wherever, and I was gonna say on the playground, but you're older than that. You don't go to a playground, right?
Yeah.
Have they ever come up to you and been like, "Hey, your dad is gay, and here's proof," and then hold up their phone and start showing it to you?
Yeah. This actually happened.
Wait, really?
Yeah, this happened twice at school. One time I
Jesus.
was walking home. These like older kids, probably like near the end of high school, they walked up to me, started like questioning me, and then showing me like pictures of
Oh God! See, listen. I mean, just to be clear, I don't have anything like that for my kids when they grow up. But you know, I do feel like any stupid little silly bit I've ever done online, I feel like will one day come back and haunt them. It's got to be so tough for you. I feel, you know, my heart goes out to you. I feel bad that happens. I mean, has it, when you were younger, did it affect you more? Like, did it ever make you cry or anything?
No. When I was younger, my dad, he kind of kept me away from like the controversial stuff he was doing.
Yeah.
Like around the time he made the joke about Muslim people, he did try keeping me away from that because that was pretty dangerous, I'd say. If I were involved in that at all.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 14.
14. Okay, yeah. I just wanted people to know out there. So yeah, my kids are all like you know, under 5. And so I'm wondering, like, at what age did you sort of become aware of all of this? Like, at what point did it click? Oh, my dad's different than other dads, and also there's all these strange things. Because I know he's like streamed with you in the past and stuff. I know you were sort of on some of the streams and have been a part of it, but I would assume that at a certain age it must have like clicked in your head, like, oh, this is different than a lot. This isn't just me playing video games with my dad, right?
Yeah, around age 5, I'd say. Because I was on the internet very early. Age 4, my dad got me a computer so I can like do stuff online. He is the reason why I know how to like get why I know how to do a lot of things online. How I know how to research on my own and stuff like that, because he taught me how to like research stuff, how to be interested in things. And he kind of taught me how to play a lot of video games and stuff like that. So yeah, it was around age 5 when I started looking into other stuff, specifically about my dad, to see, hey, I wonder what other people think about my dad.
Mm-hmm. Are you an iPad baby?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Do you think is it like, do you feel like if you had not, because you said you're like very online at a young age, do you feel like if that was not the case, you would be better off?
I'd say no.
Okay.
I kind of like that I was online early.
Okay. All right. Do you think that's going to like mess you up? You're going to be like a crazy person by the time you're your dad's age, and you're going to be like warped and a sick freak?
You know, I've thought about that, and I really don't know. It just depends where my life heads.
That's true. Could go either way. Yeah, I was, you know, I'm an old man, but I was online pretty young as well. But you know, the internet was very different back then. In fact, it was worse, actually, in a lot of ways. But I'm always curious about this because, you know, there are those types of parents where they're like, oh, we don't let our kid touch, you know, a computer. They're not going to have a cell phone until they're an adult and that kind of stuff. And I always wonder, how much does it really affect you? You seem like fine. You seem pretty well adjusted considering, you know, your dad had blue hair. Is that the most embarrassing thing your dad's ever done?
I'm definitely not the most embarrassing, especially right now. But I did make fun of him for. I said he looked like Ninja, and I did make fun for that.
I bet you he was copying Ninja too. Isn't that crazy? Your dad looked at Ninja and was like, "Why can't that be me?" That's so messed up. That's creepy. What is the most embarrassing thing your dad's ever done? Would you say? Like in your eyes, in your estimation, being his son.
I'd say definitely what's been happening recently. I'd say that's the most embarrassing thing he's done because like some of my friends actually know about like the leaks and stuff. It does kind of suck that. Oh, I need no pun intended, but it does suck.
Oh, jeez. That took me a second. What's more cringe? Your dad is a rapist or gay? I'm just kidding. You don't have to answer that. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that caught me off guard.
You don't have to answer that. I'm just joking. Does it ever, like, we were talking about how, you know, the other kids have come up to you and sort of used it against you. Does it like suck not being able to tell other kids like my dad can beat up your dad because they know that he can't? They've seen him.
Honestly, I've never really said that to someone, and if I ever did say that to someone, I'd just be lying.
Yeah, that's true. How insane do you think it is that your dad named himself Destiny?
Oh, I find it funny.
Yeah. Autonomy is like such a funny play on that, by the way. That's what, because I thought like there's no way. I thought it was a parody account. Your Twitter was a parody account because I was like, there's no way some kid came up with calling himself Autonomy because his dad is Destiny. That seemed too high level. Maybe maybe the internet did make you too smart, and now you're going to be a hyperactive, gibbering little, you know, Wikipedia reading freak who's telling everyone they're wrong for the rest of your life.
I don't use Wikipedia as much as my dad does, and I forgot what stream it was, but my dad was live and he was talking about something. It was pretty recent. He was on Wikipedia looking through something, and I was just like, here, let's see if this is right info. So I looked on another website, and I looked through another website, and I looked through another, and turns out what my dad was thinking was right was totally incorrect, and the funniest part was he was in the middle of the debate with someone from Twitter saying that, hey, you're wrong, I'm right. My dad was just completely wrong in that.
Has your dad ever tried reading Wikipedia to figure out how to raise you?
Oh, that'd be funny.
Yeah, you ever see him cheat? You ever see him like, I don't know, maybe he comes to see you for your birthday or it's a holiday or whatever, and you see him forget how to talk to you and he checks Wikipedia real quick and he's like typing. You all of a sudden hear.
Yeah. That hasn't happened, but he does kind of try to talk like me rather than talk to me.
Whoa. He's doing the hello fellow kids thing.
Yeah, kinda. That's kind of how it was recently on the Washington trip. He went to Washington with some like a bunch of kids from my school because he was one of the adults there that can come along, and it was like it was kind of awkward, kind of not. It just didn't seem like he really knew how to talk to me and my friends.
All the other kids must have been, you know, a titter, or they're like, oh my gosh, look, it's the guy from the internet.
Yeah, actually, some of them did say that.
Yeah. You do a little streaming and stuff, right? You were on, you were on Twitch and you got banned?
Yeah.
I've got the clip here of what happened. I hope I don't get banned for showing this, but This is the clip of what happened, which was pretty funny. What led up to this, actually? I don't know what the setup for this is.
My friend, he sent me $100 if I did this.
Nice. Yeah, awesome.
I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it.
So your
like,
dad is like what, right around the door there? He's like right in the next room?
Yeah, his streaming room was right behind that wall.
Okay.
Because he streams like in the living room.
See, that's pretty cool. See, that's the kind of thing I have to think about with kids is like, do I let my kids do that? Are we going to have dual streaming setups?
Yeah.
Or do I think like, no, I better not let them. There'll be competition and they might one day beat me. Let's see what you do here. So your friend pays you $100. And again, this got him banned from Twitch. He pulls out a gun. This is a real gun, by the way.
Destiny is so cooked.
Destiny is so cucked, he says about his own dad. And he takes a real live round of ammunition, goes into the next room, and... Oh, Jesus, fuck. That's awesome. That rules. Was it worth it? Was it worth it getting banned?
I'd say so, and I got unbanned.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
Maybe a day or so after.
That's good. I thought the kids weren't allowed to use Twitch. Isn't that just against their rules?
No, it's 14
okay.
and over, I believe.
Okay. How long ago was that?
I don't remember.
Okay. But you
I think that was one of the first times I went to Miami to see my dad specifically. I went to Miami before to visit my grandparents, but I think that was the first time I went there to stay with him for like 2 or 3 months.
By the way, are you taller than your dad?
I'm getting there. I'm
Wow.
5'5". He is like 5'7", and I'm
That's-
supposed to be like 5'9" or
Dude.
to like 5'11".
All right, we're praying you get taller than Des Tiny. Like, guys, everybody, send your prayer, whatever you believe in out there, dear God. Let's make sure this kid mogs his dad in height at the very least. Do you dream of being like a streamer too? Like, is that what you want to do as well? Do you want to follow in dad's footsteps or what?
I've always wanted to kind of create the easiest life for me, so I think streaming would definitely be
Nice.
easiest for me.
Yeah.
Especially with who my dad is. And I'd probably be able to kind of build off that and make my own personality online. And that would probably be easier for me.
Okay, yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, you've definitely got a leg up. You're sort of a nepo baby when it comes to streaming.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Are you alt-right?
In some ways, yeah.
In some ways? What do you mean by that?
I agree with some things the alt-right believe in.
Oh, no. I said, are you all right?
Oh, okay.
Like,
Sorry,
are you okay? You know, knowing.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Sorry, I'm like
okay.
reading a bunch of stuff and
No,
like, putting-
you're good, man. You're good. No, so you're all right. So you believe what? You're yay stuff? I was doing when I did this, I was doing the height of your dad, by the way, nothing else. I'm just showing how tall your dad is. I didn't mean anything else by that. But are you sort of because I saw you tweeting some stuff. It's
a lot of them are like kind of joke tweets. I mean, there's truth in every joke anyone makes. That's just factual. If you make a joke, you believe part of that. That's usually always the case, or else you wouldn't be joking about that. And especially if it's a funny joke, that's what I believe. If you can make a dark humor joke and it's actually funny, then that means you probably believe part of that.
Yeah. Now, obviously, you know, part of what's tough, I guess, for you, as it would be for any kid, is, you know, your parents aren't together. Obviously, your mom, you know, I'd imagine your mom's not, you know, too happy about your dad and his proclivities and what he gets up to. Is it like, does your mom ever tell you like, no, you're not allowed to do any of this streaming, none of that?
Not really, no. She's not, she doesn't really look at my online presence all too much.
Okay.
That's one of better.
Okay. What was it like to have a stepmom on OnlyFans?
I mean, I don't go on there.
Yeah, me neither.
So I didn't really care.
Did you like your stepmom, or are you kind of?
Yeah, she was nice.
Must be.
Yeah, she was nice. Always nice to me.
Yeah, that's good. Has your dad ever played catch with you? You know, like baseball, throw it back and forth.
I think faintly I remember this. Probably in when I was 3, 4 maybe.
Oh my God, you couldn't even catch a ball. 3 or 4. I mean, that was he just hucking it at your face and you're just taking it on the forehead. Much like. Never mind. Did you do anything for your dad for Father's Day? Did you call him, see him?
I messaged him Happy Father's Day. There's not much I can really do.
And then when he's done playing Factorio, he gets back to you and is like, "Thanks."
Well, he actually did respond pretty quickly.
Oh, good.
Which I like.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I'm glad. Honestly, I'm joking around here, but I am glad to hear that it's mostly, good, and you feel you don't hate your dad. I don't want anybody to hate their dad. That sucks. And also, it's nice for me because then I hope that my children don't end up hating me for saying and doing the things I do on the internet. Are you a groiper, by the way? People are saying you're a groiper.
Not really. I mean, of course, if you asked me last year what I think of Nick Fuentes, I'd say he's an absolute retard. But today, if you asked me what I think of Nick Fuentes,
you think of
I'd
him as
say
a second father?
Huh?
You think of him as a second father?
I think the only person I'd think of as a second father would be Mr. Merton. You probably don't. You might know who that is.
No, I don't actually.
He used to be friends with my dad a long, long time ago, and he came over a while to stream with my dad and stuff, and I didn't see him whenever he came.
Yeah.
But yeah, he would probably be the only person I'd consider a second father.
But it was this close. Nick Fuentes was almost also your dad. Crazy how that works.
Yeah.
But you know what Nick always says? Destiny's body, his choice. So let me ask you this, and this is this is important. Are you at all embarrassed that your dad lost a debate about how Israel is good to a Jewish guy?
I'm not really embarrassed, and I'm not surprised either.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. That's awesome. And real quick before I let you go, Iran, Israel, who do you choose? Which side are you picking?
Iran. Iran. I think they're probably gonna win, and I also hope.
All right. You're praying for the Iranians out there. You're praying for the Palestinians out there as well. Shout out to Norman Finkelstein. Would you want him to maybe be a new dad to you? That'd be kind of cool.
No, Norman, he's a retard. I don't know.
Okay, well, he doesn't know your last name, so that probably isn't great. Yeah, okay. Well, hey, man, this has been great. Do you want to shout out any sort of your links or where people can follow you or anything like that before I let you go?
No, I think I'm all good.
All right, man. And real quick, what do you think? What are the odds? Like, will my kids hate me because I look like this and do this?
No, just tell them as much as you can about you, before they find out through someone else.
Oh, okay. Get ahead of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tell them before anyone else can find. All right, yeah, that's good. That's pretty good advice. Hey, man, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too.
Nathaniel Bonatello. Nathaniel Donatelli, everybody. We'll be right back after this.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. PodAwful.pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
PodAwful.pizza.
Richard Harrison chat says, that wasn't so bad. We should talk to more kids. Don't make that the lesson you take away from this. But Nathaniel, what a great kid. Nice, pretty well adjusted considering. I mean, all things considered, most of you guys out there would be, mentally molested after having the life that this poor kid's had to go through with his dad. So shout out to Nathaniel. That was very nice of him for doing that. And I apologize. I apologize to the internet. I am now blocking him on everything. We're good. Okay. But since we're talking to the younger generation, it only makes sense that we give a call to the older generation as well. Let me, I don't want to update my fucking iPhone right now. I'm going to give a ring-a-ling-ding to my dad. Okay. Call dad. Yeah. Call dad. There we go. All right. We're going to talk to my daddy for Daddy's Day.
Hello.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
It's me, your son Jesse.
Yeah.
Happy late Daddy's Day.
Better late than never.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just to be clear, I did call you yesterday.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a dad, so I was also doing Dad's Day for me.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Now, do you remember last year on Daddy's Day, I gave you a call and I surprised you. I announced you. I said, hey, we're having another kid. We're naming him after you.
Yeah.
That was pretty nice, right?
Yep.
Well, and then yesterday, what did you find out?
You're having another one.
We're having another kid. That's right, everybody. Daddy part 2, 3. I forgot how many kids I have. All right. All right. Well, what do you think?
I don't know. More power to you.
More power to. I got to be honest. When we told you, you didn't sound too thrilled about it.
Well, I didn't jump up and down, but I'm thrilled.
Okay. Well, it doesn't really. You don't give thrilled vibes right now. It sounds like you're worried more than anything else.
Well, three kids, one right after the other. I don't know.
What if we name this one after you?
I thought that's what you did.
Yeah. What if we do it again? Will that sweeten the deal, or?
I don't know how you do that.
I don't know. It'd probably make it easier, Kelsey can't keep up with any of their names anyway, so might as well. I was just talking to you know what I do on the show? Have you ever seen my show?
I've seen maybe 5 minutes of it.
Good. Let's leave it that way. But you're aware, I've talked to you. We make fun of stupid people on the show, right? Stupid internet people. They're saying you're AI generated right now in the chat room, by the way. Say something that an AI could never say.
I don't even know what an AI is.
There you go. So that's very true. Remember when you fell for that Baron Trump thing? That was embarrassing.
Okay.
You were showing the whole family your favorite singer, the president's son, Baron Trump.
Well, no. Actually, what I said was he can sing, and he can sing.
What do you mean he can sing? That's not real.
I know that's not, but he can sing.
How do you know he can sing?
I've seen it somewhere.
Yeah, on an AI video on YouTube uploaded by an Indian guy.
No, I can't remember now where it was or what it was.
Can you send me more trust fund money, by the way?
Trust fund money?
Yeah. Do you know what a trust fund is?
I don't have one, if that's what you mean.
Do you know what it is?
somewhat.
All right, define it.
It's when you put money in an account for generally a kid, and they can't use it till I don't know when they can use it.
Okay, this doesn't sound convincing that you know what it is. I think that's enough proof that I don't have a trust fund. Anyway, have you seen yet the three-headed African kid on America's Got Talent singing?
No.
Oh, you gotta look that one up, Dad. You're gonna love that. You thought one guy, Barron Trump, singing was good? Imagine three heads, all of them singing.
AI stuff.
You tell me. I don't know. What's an AI? I don't know what AI even means. But you're going to love it. Look it up. Three-headed African child, America's Got Talent. You're going to be blown away. And there's like millions of these videos too. You'll never run out. Anyway, what was I asking you? Something probably. And then I got distracted by the AI thing. I was, we make fun of these stupid internet people. I was just talking to the kid of one of those stupid internet people on the show a moment ago. That was my guest before you. And because, it's good. You said you've only seen like 5 minutes of the show. I think that is good. And I always have to worry, oh no, my kid's going to grow up and he's going, other kids are going to be like, here's your dad, and show him stupid videos of me doing dumb things, make him feel bad, that kind of thing.
Kind of scary.
It is kind of scary, isn't it? The way that I then go online and go, haha, look, my dad thought that Barron Trump was on America's Got Talent. What I sort of did to you. So I do have it coming. But I was asking this kid, what can I do to try to soften the blow when it comes to my kids having to grow up in a world where their dad's an internet guy? What is it like for you as my dad to know that I'm, this?
It's bewildering.
Yeah. Nice. Go. If people want to go, you can go further. Go ahead. Not going to hurt my feelings.
Well, I assume you make money. It's bewildering that you can make money doing that kind of stuff.
Oh, you're just bewildered by that, not the rest of it?
Well,
no, that's the easiest part. You grift them. I'm sucker these suckers. I'm a con man selling snake oil, and these idiots lap it up. Very easy. You should start streaming. You just stream yourself on the internet watching Fox News, I guess. I don't know how that's any worse or different than a guy playing video games and streaming it to the internet. That's what most of the internet is now. So that'd be pretty cool, actually. Maybe like other, boomers would like that. It would be like comforting to them to watch another guy sit around and watch Fox News.
Yeah.
That might be nice. You want me to set you up with something like that? You can make a little money, grift these morons.
I mean, do I have to come up with something every week?
Nah, you just sit there and watch it. You don't even say anything. Every once in a while you go, whoa, oh, Jesse Waters said what? You go like, you know what? I agree with Greg Gutfeld right here. And then you don't give your own opinion on it any further than that. You just nod. Like a black guy you ever see a black guy react to stuff on YouTube?
I hate it. It's sickening.
It's sickening. Oh no.
I mean, they're all the same. They all do the same crap.
Yeah, well, their move is to just go, oh, okay, okay, and then that's it. They don't really have any sort of a strong opinion on anything either way. They're just stealing content.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though. But you watch what, hundreds of thousands of hours of that, or no?
Of Fox News?
No, of black guys reacting to nonsense.
Well, I actually been watching, I can't pronounce his name, Anthony something or other. I guess he's a comedian, but he's basically, I don't want to say racist, but that's what it boils down to.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Well, then you would like PODAWFUL. You should just watch PODAWFUL then at that point. If that's all you're looking for. You just need a baseline.
I just happened to see him
Anthony.
A couple of weeks ago. Actually, I was watching that girl.
Wait, not Anthony Cumia.
Yeah, that's it.
No! Ah! Oh, Dad, they're going to clip this. Oh, no, Dad. I mean, at least this proves my theory that it's all for boomers. You're part of the Dabbleverse. You're part of the Dabbleverse. You don't even know it.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, my gosh. You're watching Anthony Cumia.
I've only watched a few of them.
That's a guy I make fun of on the show.
Wow.
Did you know I've met Anthony Cumia?
Spell his last name.
Cumia.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow. Yeah, I've been to his studio. I met him.
Is he a racist?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he got, he had a show called Opie and Anthony on the, you remember radios, Victrolas and all that stuff you guys used to listen to. And back in the, I don't know, 1900s or whenever they had radio, he was on it, and then they kicked him off because he called a black lady an animal or something like that. I don't really know the story, but yeah, something like that.
No, I was watching that girl. I think her name is Lily Gaddis.
Oh my God, she's got like a big nose.
No.
Who am I thinking of?
She's a real good-looking girl. She's a racist.
I think we're thinking of the same person. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, go ahead.
I was watching some of her stuff, and of course, his stuff pops up along with it.
Yeah. You would love Rumble. You ever watch Revenge of the Sis?
No.
Oh, okay. Lily Gaddis. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. She got in trouble online for something, and now they listen to her because she's a girl.
Yeah, she says she's been kicked off of just about everything she goes on.
Yeah.
Kicked off.
That's so funny that you watch that, Dad. That's awesome, actually.
He got into it pretty good with what's his name, Pierce
Morgan. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'm actually on the same side as Pierce Morgan now by accident because we both hate a guy called Misfit Patriot. You ever seen Misfit Patriot?
No.
Woo, boy, I don't know how you'd feel about Misfit Patriot. He's like one of these conservative, sit in your car and tell it like it is guys with a beard. And but he's like gay.
I think I've seen that. Yeah, I think I have.
That's describing a lot of guys, so I don't know if you have, but he's like gay. He's got really, really bright blue eyes, and he looks like he's wearing eyeliner, and he talks like a.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
That's crazy, dude. He hates me because I revealed that he was born as a lady. He's trans. Did you know he's trans?
No, I don't watch it.
Oh, okay.
I know. I've seen it.
Is that kind of cool though? That all these weirdos you watch online like this, like I know them.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Weird. Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll all get together, hang out. You're friends with Danny Duncan, right? The big time Zoomer YouTuber, Danny Duncan.
I'm not friends with him. I mean, he wanted me to make a logo for him.
What?
Yeah, he wanted to make his logo out of stone.
Oh, yeah. Because you carved the stone. What is his logo? Just his face? What is it?
You know what it is.
Isn't it him as like the Colonel from KFC?
No.
What's his logo?
Well, what does he have on his trucks and billboards? And
I don't really know him that well. I don't know. What is it?
Virginity rocks.
Oh, that would be good. In a rock, carved out of a rock. You should have done it. Why didn't you do it?
I should have done what?
You should have carved his logo.
Which would have been what?
You carving his thing saying virginity rocks?
No, it wouldn't have been saying that.
What would it have said? Wait, then what? You just said that's what it is.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is.
Okay, then what is it?
It's a vagina.
His logo is a vagina?
That's what he wanted me to carve.
And you didn't do it? What, you don't know what they look like?
Well, I actually did start carving it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Dad. Yikes. That's terrifying, actually. So you
he didn't give me he didn't ask for an amount of money and I didn't give him one. So I ain't gonna tell him what he would pay.
Because you live near him, right? Like he lives in that area and he's got that little ice cream shop down there and all that stuff.
Well, actually, I saw him about a week ago. He's put in a game room down there. He's got a game room down there now with, I don't know, they look like state-of-the-art games, these great big machines and all.
Okay. Well, get me in with, he's got what, 1 billion subscribers? Get me in with Danny Duncan. I gotta, appeal to the children.
He just lives right down the road here.
I know. Go talk and knock on his door and be like, here's that vagina I carved for you. And he'll be like, what? You forgot about it entirely. He thinks you're a kook.
I don't think he's forgot about it. I just didn't follow through with it.
You should follow through with it. Just do it. Carve that gine. Gina. Right?
He's building a miniature golf course right down the street.
He's
right
building a miniature golf course?
Yeah.
You know I love mini golf. You got to get me in with Danny Duncan. Now I'm interested. Before I was joking. Now I would like to play the mini golf. That'd be fun.
I mean, I don't know how big it's going to be.
Well, it's going to be bigger than not a miniature golf course at all. That much I know. Okay. That's crazy. Well, we're both really like popular guys that hang out with big YouTubers and their children. And what a weird world, huh, Dad? Not like when you were growing up.
Sue's son across the street, he does that stuff now.
Yeah, you'd shown me his YouTube channel. He does like he does like pranks and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it.
No, yeah, you showed it to me. I saw some of it. Because didn't he record a video when their house flooded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting a lot of followers, evidently.
Or buying them. That's an option too.
He moved out. I think he moved to Texas or something with a bunch of other guys that do that stuff.
Yeah. And you were born right at the end of World War II.
Yeah.
Did the right side win, or?
What do you mean, did the right side win?
Well, when you look at, the balance at the end of everything. You sure that was the right direction, or?
I certainly hope it was.
Well, you happy with the way things are going, or?
I'm happy with the way things might start going. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, hey, at least we're not speaking German. I don't know the German sounds that bad right about now. Okay. You listen to Kanye's new song? Kanye West.
No.
Really? You would love it.
Why?
Oh, you should look it up. I can't tell you what it's called right now, but you should definitely take a listen.
I just listened to the Virginia Boy's new song.
I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, the guy that's like the Richmond, north of Richmond guy?
Yeah, Oliver Anthony. Is that it?
I don't remember him. I thought he dropped off. He disappeared.
Well, his wife left him and took everything he had.
Oh Lord. Well then he should be writing the world's greatest country songs right now. That should be.
That's what this song is.
Of course. But he's still got a dog, right? Fried chicken or something.
Well, you know, he became a multimillionaire.
I would imagine. Yeah, that song was real big.
He wrote a song about his divorce called Scornful Woman. Pretty good.
Hey, we all know one. Am I right? That battle axe I call my wife. I wanted to ask you something else. I'm like blanking on it. I'm just completely blanking. I was going to ask you something, but I don't know. Well, hey, Iran, Israel. Whose side are you on?
Iran is real.
I said Iran or Israel. Whose side are you on? Who you picking?
I'm gonna have to go with Israel.
Oh, Dad. All right, we're gonna have a talk after this. All right, I'll call you back tomorrow and I'll set you straight on all this. You've been watching too much Fox News, you know.
Well, I don't know what you're listening to.
Well, not Anthony Cumia, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, well, evidently not.
You watch Stuttering John? You should tune into him.
No, I think I told you up there. What is his name?
I don't know.
At TV Maxwell.
I don't know what that is now.
The guy does little short things on YouTube, little short stories or whatever you want to call it. But they're all from like 10 years ago. And it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
Okay, I'll check it. All right, I'll check that out. You check out Kevin Brennan on Misery Loves Company.
Kevin Brennan.
Yeah, you'll know him. He's got a massive head wound, and he's always like, "What? Huh? What do you mean your dad should watch me? What's a dad? What's Father's Day? Huh?" You'll recognize it. You ever send a super chat to a guy?
No.
Oh, you're gonna love it. You get a guy to say whatever you want for $5. You send a guy $5 to $20 to $100, and then he says your words back to you. It's like the TV's talking to you. It's really cool. And that's how you scam these stupid dummies. You know?
I wrote his name down, Kevin.
Okay, good. Yeah, you're gonna love it. He used to be on Anthony Cumia's network.
Well, sometimes he has a guy with him.
Well, that's probably not this guy now, but yeah, I don't know who's Cumia have with him sometimes. I'm not sure.
There's a guy, I don't know, I can't remember his name. He's got a big beard and all.
Big beard. Misfit Patriot? Wait, you never heard of Steel Toe, have you? Steel Toe Morning Show? Aaron Imholt?
No.
Imagine if Anthony Cumia had none of the money. Just $0, you know? Ha, 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 ha. He's doing that all the time. Anthony Cumia is on the radio too, so if you want to pull out your radio, you can listen to him on there as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you knock a layer of dust off of that. You know, do one of those moves.
Yep. Radio's obsolete.
So is TV. You know what? I'm thinking about becoming a... Gavin! Wait, you're talking about Gavin?
Huh?
The guy that's on with Cumia is Gavin McInnes.
Yeah, I think that's...
Dad, I've talked to you about him before. I was like, do you know... I think we probably talked about this on an episode of the show before. Where I was like, I was on his show. Like multiple times. My best friend worked for him until a couple months ago. He was like his right-hand guy. Like if you've ever watched Kumia and Gavin, and they're talking to a guy off screen, you know?
Yeah.
And you hear a little guy's voice. They've got a guy in a booth kind of guy.
Yeah.
That was my guy.
Yeah, he talks to him right off.
Yeah, well, they got a new guy. It's a new guy now. But if you ever saw any of the old one, then yeah, it's crazy that. And what a crazy world, huh?
So he's a comedian?
Gavin?
No.
Kumia?
Yeah.
Kumia was a shock jock. He was a radio host.
Not stand-up comedy or nothing.
No, I think they used to have a bunch of stand-ups on their show, and so as a result, he has done quote unquote like sort of stand-up a few times. I think he's like just a very naturally. I mean, according to the people who like him, he's like a very naturally gifted, just funny person, just funny talker. But he's not technically a stand-up comedian.
I didn't think he was. Yeah, he's what he does, he's good at.
Yeah. Yeah, probably so. Especially if you're, over 40. No, I'm always making fun of, there's this whole group, Dad, called the Dabbleverse. Ooh, puts a chill down your spine when you say it. And all these guys, it's just a bunch of dudes who used to listen to this show, the Opie and Anthony show, Anthony Cumia. And that show is from several decades ago or something like that. I don't know. And so it's all just a bunch of old guys who can't get over the fact that this show ended. It's crazy. Like they had this big fan base and all these guys are now 60 something, I think. And they can't let go of the past. So now you're technically part of the Dabbleverse and I'm trying to destroy the Dabbleverse. So we are at odds. We're on separate teams right now. You're kind of working with a comedy shaman right now. I know you don't know what any of those words mean, but just trust me, okay?
Not a clue.
Just go like, yeah, do one of those. Okay, Chief, do that.
What about the Barstool dude? What is his name?
Portnoy, Dave Portnoy?
Yeah, Portnoy.
Yeah.
What about him? How long? When did he get his start?
I mean, it's got to be, 15 years ago now at least. But
well, I mean, what I've heard was he got his start by doing the pizza tasting stuff.
No, that came later. He started his Barstool Sports Company, and it was just a blog or something. It was just like a thing where people would go and write about sports. And that was the big thing first, but he kind of took off and people started noticing him more. People who don't care about sports like me started noticing him more because of the pizza review thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he does that Rough and Rowdy.
I don't know what that is. What's that?
It's boxing, people off the street boxing one another.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he's been doing that for years.
You sure?
Yeah.
I've somehow never heard of this, but okay. I'll take your word for it.
I thought that was how he got his start. But I thought I heard on he comes on Fox News right off. They love him.
Yeah. Well, I think he's a pretty entertaining guy, but it is a little bit controversial because he's Jewish, right?
I didn't know that.
He pretends he's one of those like Jewish guys who pretends to be Italian from New York, but he's like really from Boston. And to me, it's a little bit controversial because, he's Jewish and he's got this plan to send everybody to Auschwitz. I don't know if you heard about this, but
I ain't heard of that.
Yeah, he owns like a bar in Philly or somewhere, and some kid in there just being dumb made a sign that said F the Jews or something like that. And so Dave Portnoy, who's, a billionaire or whatever, he's like, I'm going to send them to Auschwitz, the death camp. Which I didn't know it was even still operational. The chimney's not even attached. I don't know what he plans to do there, but he's going to send everybody that hates Jews to the internment camps, the concentration camps. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I thought he was on Fox News, like a few days ago. And
Yeah.
I thought he said he got his start with the teachers thing.
Maybe he's just being like, he understands that that's what people know him for, but that didn't start until later. I like those pizza reviews though, for the most part, but now he'll be out there reviewing it because of all this controversy surrounding him. Now he's out there, he's eating a pizza on the street, going, yo, oh, hey, Frankie. All right, one bite, everybody knows the rules. And then some, Zoomer kid will go by on a bicycle or a scooter and go, F the Jews. And he'll be like, okay, all right. That's funny. That's funny to you. That's funny to you. How many Jews gotta die? Frankie. I don't know who Frankie is, but he's always talking to this guy, Frankie. And
Frankie's the sidekick on the Rough and Rowdy stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about this rough and bum fights. People are thinking, you're talking about bum fights?
No, it's people off the street who he holds these fighting matches.
That sounds a lot like a bum fight. Yeah, whatever happened to the good old days where you could, chuck a spray of quarters at a few bums, make them fight over it for fun. They made all these new rules and regulations where you're not allowed to pay two hobos to compete in Mortal Kombat.
Well, check it out. It's pretty good. I mean, it's none of them can fight, so it's not like.
Is that the one where they put them inside like a chicken coop or something? It's just two idiots with their shirts off.
No, they put them in a ring, and I mean it draws big crowds and all.
Okay.
I mean, he's got to be making money off of it. Ain't no question about that.
Okay. Yeah, I will look at that, actually. I have literally somehow, I know about Dave Portnoy. I know about the One Bite. I know all that stuff. I've somehow completely missed this. I think we've talked about this before. You know who Alex Stein is?
No.
He's like, he used to show up on, when Tucker was on Fox News. He would show up on there and he'd be like, I'm Tucker's biological son. And he's like this loud comedy guy who would go around to town hall meetings and things like that and scream. And then people would go, ha, good prank.
I should know him, but it doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, he showed up to Dave Portnoy's office in Manhattan and tried to get in there with a homeless guy or something and cause a big scene. You would probably like Alex Stein, but you should not, because he tried to murder you with bounty hunters. Didn't I tell you about this?
No.
Yeah, I made fun of him, and so he said he was going to send bounty hunters to kill you.
Me?
Yeah, you and Mom. I don't know why. He said that, so.
How long ago has this been?
A couple years now, maybe. Like 2 years.
Black.
Huh?
He's not black, is he?
Stein? No.
Okay, I just wondered.
No, a black guy wouldn't send a bounty hunter. He'd just do it himself. Who's a black guy going to send a Django Fett? That's
I don't know.
Not for you. Yeah. Well, I didn't think it was really good. I would, have alerted the authorities if I thought it was really going to happen. But he did say it. He said he was going to sue me for making fun of him, But it's water under the bridge now. Is it okay if I forgive him for that, or is that unforgivable?
Up to you.
No, I'm going to leave it up to you because you're the one who was threatened the hardest.
Well, he's never done anything to me, so I could care less.
Well, that means you could care. I think you meant you couldn't care less, but let me just grok that real quick. Is that true?
I couldn't care less.
Okay. Got you, Dad. Ha! Dumb Dad, they call you. Now the student has become the master. Isn't that crazy, though, that I'm an adult and have children and stuff?
Yeah, where does the time go?
Where does the time go? I remember just yesterday, I was crapping my pants. That was yesterday, but also I remember when I was a kid doing that as well. Really, not a lot changes. All right, Dad, would you have a good day at work?
Well, I crapped in my pants.
All right, Dad. Thanks a lot. A great call. Happy Daddy's Day. I love you.
Love you.
Mwah. Mwah. Kiss me back. Mwah. All right, bye. Daddy's he's upset about the last part there where I made him kiss me. All right, join that pizza fund. If you are a dumb stooge, a stupid simp, some sucker, want to use born every minute, join the pizza fund and get scammed by me, PODAWFUL.pizza. Get access to about 4 episodes of content right now, but coming very soon, all of the content again, okay? We are going to get that worked out. And of course, Thursdays, our primo episodes in the Pizza Fund, PODAWFUL.pizza, Pod Wholesome. They say, I hate when people say that. That's so gross to me. I wish I could erase my dad from being on the show now that you've referred to it as a wholesome moment, okay? The idea that you would talk about my father's holes that way. Let's join the henchman.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
You okay?
No, I just vomited a little bit. And I don't mean that.
Hooray.
I didn't do that's not I just puked in my mouth. That's not that. I legitimately just vomited inside my mouth. PodAwful Trust Fund. Someone says, my dad couldn't even spell trust. Okay. So, what do we think of the episode so far?
Pretty fun.
Having a great time. Loving it.
Time. I love that. I love that about you guys, that you like this stupid shit.
Your dad ruled again.
Chris! Thank you, Chris.
Your dad's into the Dabbleverse. Very cool.
The Daddleverse. I can't believe By the way, my dad, secret agent in the Daddleverse now. We are getting in there. We will be destroying it very soon. Okay? And by the way, I could maybe undo the whole thing simply by, my dad. What if he's their only fan left? I just put a pillow over his face in the middle of the night.
Today, along with myself.
Oh, shit. Is this
Nothing
already
to do with Israel, right?
That's true. That's right. Israel didn't go boots on the ground. It was all us. Israel didn't even help us. They didn't even have a single boot on the ground.
Well, hold on.
Okay, so this is confusing. I know this is a little Daddy's Day adjacent here, but I'm gonna put this in chat. Here's the link. I am sure I'm gonna put this in a participation simulator on Discord as well. Okay,
that chat is moving slow.
That chat is moving real slow. Let's find what the fuck was that? Did you guys hear that? I think I just broke my desk. Yeah. All right, here's the deal. We might want to look on Rumble for this as well. Let me check Rumble. We want to find where they've got the most people watching, and I'll explain what's going on. We got Misfit Patriot versus Owen Schroyer. I'll let you guys listen to it a little bit while I see if we can find a bigger chat for this.
Fuck, maybe that guy Misfit was right, and we should.
This makes sense. Trust me. Give me 1 second here.
That we need to go an all incursion, boots on the ground war. What I am saying is, I think America should give Israel the supplies they need to take out the nuclear facilities and take out the leadership.
Old guy has my money.
And by the way, I don't even say when I said give, I should have rephrased that.
Let me ask you a basic question. Yeah, you've had a lot of time. Let me ask you a basic question.
You've had a lot of time. So they don't have very many views over on Rumble either. And by the way, I love to see it. Good. Let's see if there's anywhere. Are they on X? Are they on X live right now? Don't see anything. Wow. This is actually very funny that this is happening this way, and I'll explain why as soon as I'm sure they're not nothing? How is there no live stream? I could have sworn they said they were going live on X. Do you guys know what's going on here? Do you guys know what's happening?
No. I'm seeing that the Jewcast only has 275 subscribers.
Yeah, weird.
This is pretty bottom of the barrel stuff.
Oh yeah, this blows. All right, let me see. Maybe Misfit tweeted it out. Let me see if I can go to Misfit Patriots thing, and then I'll explain the whole ordeal. Yeah, they're chilling the Rumble.
Question. It was the same question that
here's what I'll do. Let's put the Rumble on screen as well. The Rumble is moving about as fast as anything else, but I'm going to put both in chat. If YouTube will let me put Rumble in chat, I don't know if they'll even do that. I want you guys to show up here. And listen, I know, Rumble account, but just do it. Here's why. Earlier today, Owen Schroyer, our friend of the show, by the way, Owen Schroyer from InfoWars. Remember, we're using the InfoWars infrastructure from now on to do the Pizza Fun. Owen Schroyer tweeted out that he's having a debate with Misfit Patriot, right? One of my dad's favorite content creators. And I said to everybody, he was looking for a host for the debate. And I said, we got to get me in there. This is my chance. I got to get in there and host this thing. How great would that be? Here's the Twitter link. Okay, we've now got a Twitter link as well. Nice work. Ahoy goy. I'll post that. All right, guys, get in all of these chat rooms, Twitter, Rumble, YouTube. So I said, let's get me in there. By and far, thank you to the henchmen. Amazing fucking work to the henchmen. Because here's what happened. We blew everybody else. Everybody was trying to become the host of this debate. And it's not even close. PODAWFUL, #1 with the book. There's 100,000 people going, it should be PODAWFUL. We had the most likes. We beat the quartering. We beat, by the way, these guys. We beat everybody. Unfortunately, these guys got there first. I get a message. He didn't have to do this. There was no reason for him to do this. Owen DM'd me. Owen Schroyer. He said, I'll gladly do a debate on your platform, but these guys got to this one first. So that's it. The only reason he went with him. Now you can see there's fucking nobody here. This shit is dead. There's no reason to even be doing this. Yeah, we're already taking over the chat room on YouTube. Rumble's going to be a little harder because I'm sure most of you guys don't even have Rumble accounts. Sign up for those Rumbles.
I'm over there.
Let me check actually the Twitter real quick as well. See what's going on. Is there even a chat? Okay, there's a little bit of a chat. Should have been me. I'll say, how nice is it though that Owen, what a stand-up guy. Owen reaching out going, I see that it should have been you. You had the most likes. I just got to do it because these guys got, they asked first, which all good. So I said, you know what? Why are we even competing? Why are we even fighting? Let me just reach out to this guy. This guy is Andrew Meyer. And you probably think, who? But you know this guy. He's the don't tase me, bro guy. Remember Don't Tase Me, Bro?
Really?
Yeah.
From fucking like 2012 or something?
Yeah. So long ago. This is Don't Tase Me, Bro. He's Jewish.
Damn.
Not that it matters, but he's Jewish. My dad loves him. He supports him. He's Jewish. He's on the Misfit Patriot side of the argument. What argument? I don't know. What kind of question? Who knows? We'll find the solution after tonight's debate. So I message Andrew because I have, by the way, invited Andrew on the program before. I was going to have him on when we had a whole episode about this guy named Renan who's obsessed with tasers and stuff. So I thought, how funny would it be if we had the Don't Tase Me, Bro guy on? But unfortunately, he was busy. He couldn't do it. So I figured, what's the problem? I'll reach out. Maybe he remembers me. I said, can I be on the panel for the debate? I'll be unobtrusive, which I would have been. It's funny enough for me to just show up, right? If I'm just on screen, look at this. And I'm sitting here next to Misfit Patriot. Hi! And I just don't even say anything the whole time. And he's sitting there wetting his panties over all of this. That would have been awesome. And then, of course, Owen's our friend, so he would have been excited to see me. And I said, I'll be unobtrusive. He says to me, and this is crazy, I've like barely ever interacted with this dude. I've been following him on Twitter forever. He says, no, fuck you. What? So I said, that's mean. Why would you say that? And then he responds by reacting with a middle finger emoji, which is very rude. And so I said, what the fuck did I do? I didn't do it. I was just asking. You can just say no.
Cross swords with this guy?
Hey, thank you, Lenny. Yeah. Yeah.
Did I cross swords with this guy at some point?
I'm being cyberbullied to death over here. So now I'm furious about this. I'm so happy to see these guys are blowing it. No one's watching. This sucks. We've got Twitter. This is all these guys' biggest platform is Twitter, other than Owen with InfoWars, I guess. There's like nobody here. Should have been me, I said. A lot of H2BH. Let's check Rumble. Bring on Jesse PS, they're saying. Let's check YouTube. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to help them out. We're going to help out our friend Don't Tase Me, bro. And we're going to go in all of the chats and demand they bring on Jesse PS. Bring on PODAWFUL. Bring on PODAWFUL. Just do it. Spam it until you get banned. It's okay. We now hate this guy. I didn't hate him before, but he was just incredibly mean and rude to me for no reason. And all I wanted to do was make fun of Misfit Patriot. And I'm assuming he must have seen that we make fun of Misfit, and they're both Israel guys. And so he's just, that's got to be what it is. I don't know which one of these to watch. Guess we'll do,
that Iran was moments away from a nuke, and it's never happened. I think Israel is blowing up the evidence right now because they know it's not. They know it's not true. And Israel, which you could argue,
there we go,
has the best intelligence network in the world.
We're doing it. All three chats. They can
penetrate Hamas and give them pagers to blow them up.
They're talking
so
penetration.
Good that they can penetrate Iran.
Uh-oh, Misfit's getting uncomfortable.
And do targeted strikes on military leaders, but they can't give us any evidence. Not a single scintilla of evidence of any proof of nukes, even though they've been telling us since 1985. I don't believe that for one single second. It is the same thing as Iraq. They just switched it to Iran. They switched weapons of mass destruction to nukes. They switched Saddam
Make this
to
their
Khomeini.
problem.
It's the exact same playbook. And because people like you still fall for it, they're going to do it again.
Yeah, I'm not falling for anything. What I'm saying is that if Iran has been close to building a nuke for this many years, right? Yeah, okay. Well, it's because they've been trying to build a nuke for this long, and they're fucking I don't know, they're just bad at it.
Okay,
but
so they can't build a nuke. So then what are we doing? So if they can't build a nuke, then what are we doing?
All right, so they have nuclear facilities with nuclear enrichment, right? And it's basically like, okay, let me put it to you this way. All right, if somebody has all of the material.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Misfit Patriot is going to lose yet another debate. This dude's never won a debate. The fact that he won that court case is a miracle. He's embarrassed himself on every single platform he's ever gone on, every single time. So we might as well just make this as uncomfortable an experience for both him and Andrew, Don't Tase Me, bro, as we can. So while they're doing this, I'm also going to call Misfit Patriot on the phone from his dead mother's phone number, obviously. So let's just
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
All right.
210.
Nope.
Blocked his own mom?
He blocked his own mom. That's psycho. Okay. Didn't even think of that. That is crazy. Let me try a different one here. Wow. Oh, he's checking. He's checking his phone.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
You're losing the debate. Okay, now, sometimes it's just nice to keep it simple like that. Now, let me try switching to another phone number here. See if that changes anything. Give him a call one more time here.
Why does Israel get nukes and the Samson option, but Iran
Your
doesn't?
call
How do you
has
think
been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Death to Israel. Okay, and then let me try. Now, this is crazy if this doesn't work, but I gotta try it. If he blocked this, then this is absolutely psycho. Let me just try one more here. Oh, this time it's ringing.
Question to say that the people who literally chant death
Your
to America
call has
and-
been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
this-
At the tone,
No, wait, that's gotta be the same number. Did I accidentally do the same number twice? I must have. Yeah. Hang on a second. Oh, sorry, one more time. We just want to distract him anyway, so as long as those numbers are ringing through. Okay, ringing. That's good. That's a good sign.
Hello?
Hello?
Who is this?
This is Misfit Patriot. Who is this?
This is the person with this phone number, and I think you have the wrong phone number.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Sorry.
Okay, I have no idea what just happened there. Did I type it wrong? Yikes. All right. Okay. We'll just keep it going in chat. We'll erase that from the memory banks. That's not on my permanent record. Everyone forget about it.
That's it. Why should America
Didn't
go
happen.
to war?
Didn't happen.
Zach, could you just tell us what do you think the cost would be to America in
Bring
going
on
to war?
PODAWFUL. This
What
is
do you think the
boring.
expense would be?
Let's see what they're saying. Yeah, bring on PODAWFUL. Every single comment now is just bring on PODAWFUL.
And then what's the
Bring
cost to
on
America? Both the
PODAWFUL
money
is watching.
and
Bring
in
on
terms of
PODAWFUL.
American
Bring on
lives. What are you
PODAWFUL.
willing to sacrifice?
Yeah.
This is a
Ruin their
great
stream.
question, and I've been very clear about this, and I think I might surprise Owen here, right? I don't want a single American soldier's boot to touch the ground in Iran. All right, I don't want them to touch ground in Israel either, and they don't need us to. Right?
Well,
Now,
I
let's
would
start
like that
off,
one
if
to
I
happen,
can,
actually.
real quick with the benefits of our relationship with Israel up until this point, right? First of all, you have all these people that say, "Oh, the $350 billion in foreign aid." It's like, okay, the indirect spending, the over an 11-year period, there was a net positive for America based on that offset our foreign aid to Israel of about $1 billion a year.
How?
Right? Not a lot, but that's
how?
enough. And then we have
Yeah, look at Owen.
intelligence
He's like,
sharing operations.
what?
We have all this other
You're just
all
saying
this other
it.
stuff that we can go into. But let's just go from a selfish.
Okay, go
monetary
into
capitalist
it.
fucking
How?
viewpoint. We make money off of our relationship with Israel because we sell them weapons. Now, what do I want us to do?
And that's why they call us the Great Satan. Yeah, go ahead.
So I want us to sell Israel weapons to win their war. But I do think that we have a vested interest in making sure that Iran, under its current leadership, right, the IRGC, the Iranian leadership right now is an evil
Look at these
regime
guys.
that hates Israel.
So
hates
both
America.
of the guy up in the upper
solution that
left
Owen has
and
is,
Don't Tase Me, bro,
I don't
are
care
both
because they'll just be replaced by
hosting
somebody
this
else,
debate,
and they will
which
also
means they are on
Okay, we'll
camera
cross that
while
bridge
other
when we
stuff
get to it, but
happens.
right
They
now,
do
what we
nothing.
have in front of us
And as you can
is a
see,
terrorist
they are
regime,
just
the number one
staring
state
at their
sponsor of
chat
terrorism
rooms.
around the world.
Yes.
And as
Both of them are
have
staring at the chat, the top two guys.
They're locked in.
terrorist
Don't
attacks
believe
from
me?
this-
Look at
this
Owen.
ideology.
Owen's
And
not.
I think
think
there's a
to
sense of
get in
relief
front of
that
that
we're
and
not
go,
here for
okay,
them. They're like,
these
oh, they
people
want
are
Misfit.
bad
What did
news. We
Misfit
should
do?
at least
No, they
stop
don't
these
know.
people,
They
and
have
then,
no
yeah,
clue.
Sure, if they have a regime change and it's just as bad, we'll
let's
cross that bridge when we
switch
get
the
to it. But
message.
at least right now, we need to stop these people from doing the bad things that they
What is their
clearly want to do
podcast called?
and have
Okay.
alluded to.
See, I was going to make.
Jewcast?
I thought I was going to say something funny like "Death to" whatever their podcast is called, but their podcast is called Jewcast, so that sounds bad. So maybe send them back to Auschwitz
I want
instead.
us to sell them weapons, and I want us to provide air support and any type of aerial support as long as it doesn't put an American soldier's life in danger. That's what I think it should be.
And you don't think that would have any blow?
All right, now just this blows, this blows, this blows.
Oh, Okay,
Like, what are
perfect.
they
So
gonna
then,
do?
so then we don't need to get involved then.
No, but I'm
Great.
saying if
So
we
they won't do
go,
anything either way.
if, all
Beautiful.
right, so
I'm glad that we
if,
reached that
no,
conclusion.
but if we go bomb their fucking nuclear facilities, what are they gonna do? Like, tell me.
I don't know. Ask Israel.
What
Why don't you
capability
ask
do they
Israel
have?
what they're going to do? Why don't you ask the people that are living in bomb
Well,
shelters right now?
They just fired like a barrage on Israel, and there was only 11.
Now, what's nice about this, though, is at the end of this debate, problem solved. So we're going to get this whole thing worked out, folks. We're going to know what to do by the end of the night, as long as Misfit Patriot gets his way.
At a country the size of New Jersey, and can only take out 11 people. What are we worried about? We should go over there.
I agree. I agree. We shouldn't be worried about Iran. Thank you. Now you see it my way. Exactly. We shouldn't be worried about Iran. It shouldn't be our issue. I'm glad that we've reached this conclusion. But see, why don't you seem to care about the Israeli people? They're living in bunkers right now because of what Netanyahu did in Iran.
They love living in bunkers. Come on.
Sirens going off. Is that the life you want for Israel?
They're not living in bunkers. I know plenty of people in Israel. My friend would.
I bet.
Move to the shelters temporarily, then they go right back to their apartment.
Great life.
And you know what? That's the funny thing. You say that.
Oh, they just have to temporarily go to a bomb. He's like, yeah, it's just normal stuff. Just go to your bomb shelter, then you go right back after the bombing is over and there's rubble.
Iran, right? Iran is constantly trying to kill.
Israel does nothing. Israel does nothing. You know, the state of Israel has killed more people in the Middle East than any other country in the Middle East in the last 50 years.
How the fuck are you even getting to that logic?
Oh.
What's that? Where's your source?
Well, you've got minimum 50,000 in Palestine, maybe 100.
I hate this little queen. How the fuck are you?
Are they responsible for the war in Syria?
My dad better not be watching Misfit Patriot. He's going to turn trans if he keeps watching this.
Real friendly president who's willing to engage in their war in Iran. Assad wasn't, so they overthrew him, and now they got a new one.
Oh, so
Assad, tens of thousands of people died in the process.
Again, you stub your toe, you'd blame
trans dad or A-Log son.
I love the Misfit Patriots argument is they love being inside tunnels. That's their fucking favorite. Moving around in tunnels, going underground. They're used to it.
They're happiest down
They're happy. It's like a little hamster tube. You fucking fill that shit with a bunch of, wood shavings and they're right at home.
Of course. Throw a bloody mattress down there.
Something. Remind them of, it's like putting a leaf in a jar so a grasshopper remembers where it's from. You got to toss in one bloody mattress.
Always firing rockets at one another. I want nothing to do with them. It's time to get out of there. All they know is death and chaos and destruction. And now it's coming to our country. Now it's coming to our homeland. And yes, every time we get involved in another Israeli war, the threat against the United
all of their viewers right now, Russ. Hey, but nice part, Owen Schroyer has agreed to come on Pod Awful, so that's going to be fun.
America first.
We got to find him somebody to debate, though, unfortunately, which I don't even know what would they debate, Who do you like better, Mersh or Royce?
Why don't you go over there, buddy? Tough guy. Come on, big tough guy. Go over there. Put on the
that would be good,
actually. You're so tough.
You're just soft, bro. You're just soft.
You think
that America, you're like, I don't want us to get into a war because I'm scared. We won't be. America used to be feared and respected around the world. Why do you think so little of America and our military that we would be scared to fight?
I'm the one that thinks little of it. You're the one that wants to use it for foreign entanglements. But
I mean, in fairness, our military got beat by like a bunch of jungle Asians throwing coconuts like Ewoks one time. They also got defeated by the Taliban, who had some 20-year-old weapons we gave them, and that's about it. They got out. They got out by the skin of their teeth on that one. I don't know if you've seen the military lately, but they're not sending their best.
Nope.
Yeah, Dirk can confirm. And Dirk is one of their better ones. So
policy.
And what was his ideology? His ideology was radical Islamic terrorism. Right?
Okay, cool. So what? What's your point?
No, it's dipshit Patriot.
What is your point? What does it have to do with the Iran?
Okay, now we know. Okay, look, it's still there on screen on this one. So you can wait. How did they?
They're on StreamYard.
I just realized. So I went over to YouTube to go. Okay, they must. Unless this guy's got another channel, he's doing this. So I don't even know this guy's name though. Alan.
I don't like that he
Roberts.
has my mic.
So I think what just happened there is because I went over to YouTube to go, oh, I guess we can send super chats, and they've got to put them on screen. That's fun. They're not monetized. This channel's got 274 subs. Like, there's no super chats. Here's what just happened. They're on StreamYards. He went to delete that chat because he felt bad for Misfit Patriot, their guest, and accidentally threw it. Yeah, he's sweeping, and he accidentally threw it on screen. Nice. Stupid retard. Got him.
You look at
It's like when you porn bomb somebody and they go to remove you, but they accidentally full screen it.
Yeah. Buddy with Iran, but they still go over there and they fucking shoot up a fucking concert hall. Dude, you don't get it. Iran is the number one. Iran is the number one state sponsor of terrorism, and we have terrorists here because.
Well, then I guess we should probably not go there. Okay, so did anybody, by the way, look into the She-Man thing? What was going on there?
It's
a video. It's not a troll.
But what is it? Like, what is happening?
He's just talking about philosophy and how he's dealing with things. And
is it worth
everything that happened?
It's entertaining. I
think it's worth it.
Worth playing?
Everything that happened, everything that happened is not real.
I've got some Nick Rekieta stuff I do want to talk about, but if we can throw in a little She-Man in the mix, I'd like to do that now.
It's only 8 minutes.
All right, I'm going to get rid of these windows. I don't think we're getting in there or anything, but it's fun that we mess with them, and we always are able... Look, again, we beat the quartering. All these giant YouTubers, our little rinky-dink moon base of henchmen beat them all out, and we've absolutely dominated their chat here yet again. Incredible work.
Hell yeah, guys.
Incredible work, everybody. You can keep messing with them if you want. Let's watch a little She-Man, though. Where is he? Where did it go? Here we go. So, yeah, this is a video called The Cup of Sorrow. I have to admit, he released this right as I went live. I can't help but think this is timed specifically for this. We are getting full... Oh, my gosh. He is wearing... What is this? A Dead Kennedy's hat? Is that what that is?
Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. I knew it had dead in it. He ripped off the Grateful Dead logo and tried to make it his own logo. And so now he's bought himself a bucket hat with that on it. We are getting a nice, good look at the corner of his motel room. We will be triangulating this.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't think we can't figure it out from right here. Oh, what's that? It's a motel with a popcorn ceiling? That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know. Let's take a look.
Good start, right?
Nice. All right. I'm happy where this is going. Let's give that one more go. We've got classic She-Man audio, too, where it's just blown out. You can barely even hear it.
Yeah, that's about how I'm feeling right now. Well.
The cup of
I would
sorrow.
love to update you guys on my situation, what's going on in my life.
But it's too embarrassing because you've been living in a motel for a long time because your mommy doesn't want you anymore. I have a feeling, by the way, this is all the result of him getting sad on Father's Day.
You guys will try to do stupid things, but then I got to remember something.
Okay, and by the way, these walls also, it's like slatted. There's it's hard to see here. Let me throw it up on the screen. Just really take that in. We'll just the gray with the sort of grooves on the wall there.
None of this is real.
Painting.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like, oh, you're gonna be like, oh, Clay, it's the internet. None of it's real, of course. No. The internet's as real as reality. Okay, you need to get that.
I think that's a drop.
We're agreeing with Shaman right now, by the way. He's now espousing PODAWFUL beliefs in his meth
Phase
dungeon.
4. That through
This is phase 4.
your heads. Your heads. Not mine. Not mine. I don't need that. Okay.
This is bad. This is cracked out. I actually might.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I shouldn't play this. But here we go.
Okay.
You look at his pupils; they're super dilated.
Yeah. Well, that ain't the only thing. You know, he loves a nice dilation.
I don't know how to tell you guys.
Guys, hit like. We got 300, almost 400 people watching right now. We got 181 likes. Every single person should be hitting like. I'm not going to play another minute of this video until we hit. What's that, boss? Hang on a second. My boss is on the line. Uh-huh. What'd you say? 250 likes, or else we just sit here in total silence? I don't know. That could tank the view. You don't say. The goo. It's important. It's important to the integrity of the show. What do likes even do? Do they even do anything algorithmically? I'm not even sure they actually. You're sure? Destiny's son told you. Okay. Why are you still talking to him? Hello? All right. He hung up. Anyway, guys, we gotta hit 250 likes or no Nick Rekieta coverage, no She-Man stuff.
Oh. Boss has been rough, man, with the likes lately.
It's not me.
No, I know it's not you, the boss, dude.
It's the boss.
We just work here.
Gotta do what he says. Dr. Egon. Hey, man, he's in charge. He says jump, I say, huh? Because I can't hear him very well. He talks very quietly. And then he says, I said jump. And then I go, how high? And he says, to the moon. And that's how I'm here. So, I know this feels like, by the way, with this music and this image over my shoulder, it feels like you are watching the video right now, but we're at 238 likes. Look, that kind of worked. That worked a little bit. Stupid. Okay. Dumb. Got ya. 241. All right, let's keep this thing going, folks. Let's get a little drum roll going. Hang on a second. Drum roll, please. 243. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's get a rally going, folks. We got to hit that goal. Come on. Another win for the show. 245. 5 away. Come on, folks. If we hit that goal, we'll keep going. 247. We're almost there. Let's effing show. I'll probably continue anyway, even if you don't hit the goal, so that I can keep begging. We're so close. 250. 250. Oh, we did it. We did it. Thank you. Hey, we did it. Am I right, guys? It was you and me. We did it together. We did that.
Yeah.
What's that, boss? 300 likes? Are you sure? I don't think it can be done. I already clicked away from the drum roll. Sit here in total silence until we hit 300? I don't know. I mean, we didn't lose a single viewer, even though I thought that was going to happen during the last bit. What? You're still talking to Destiny's son. What did he say? Okay, well, that's kind of nice. Oh, no. Okay, well, we'll try to do it. Apparently, if we don't hit 300 likes, my boss is going to send something real bad to Destiny's son. So, this is pretty edgy material, someone says. Okay, we haven't gotten a single extra like. Okay, 255.
Chalakian's a hell of a
Listen, this man,
taskmaster.
Yeah, he's a hard ass, but but he's a good boss. Honestly, he knows how to right this ship and get things going. And He's
Face the bills.
Oh my God. Hang on a second. I got to do a breast exam. Here. I got a lump. I've got a lump. Why are you like this? says a guy I've never seen before in chat. I don't know. Why'd you have to make a new account to say that?
Why are you like this?
Hey, how about this?
Block?
How about this? You opened up a new account just to say that? Why don't you hit like on all of your alt accounts to make fun of me, huh?
Shout out, Jules.
Then we can move on. So here's the thing. Everybody gets mad at me because I go before the show. I'll be like, I don't know. The boss says we're going to hit a certain number of likes. And then the show, it takes longer for everyone to do it. I start the show on time this time. Everyone feels real comfortable not hitting like.
I did it 5 times.
You should be buying.
Wooden Block's been in.
Honestly,
he's been in quite a few of
I don't give a shit. Don't ever grok me, wit. You
actually?
Fucking Lord. It is wild to me that you're not on Kiwi Farms, Urquit, because you are such a boy detective. You need that gold star so bad. Actually, I'm so glad we renamed you to Ermwit. That is so true about you.
I just sympathize with Wooden Block, and
you sympathize with a guy who's never even been here before.
That's what I'm saying. He has been.
Stop correcting me. Stop it.
Actually, he has been.
Well, everybody should be buying me likes, okay? Go to, one of these drip feed panels.
BlackHatWorld.com.
Black Hat World. Get yourself an account on Tor. Go to, at onion.childporn.buying likes for PodAwful.webtoon. And buy me followers and likes and views. All these other guys are buying them, okay? And I sit here and I scrape and scrounge and I don't fake it at all. And then it takes me a whole year to get back to just 4,000 subs. And you guys get a little mad over wanting a like or two, okay? So why don't you just buy them for me and then we can move past this and we can watch it. 281. You think I'm joking? There's 400 people. More people are watching now than were before. There's 400 people watching. Why isn't it 400 likes? So you're telling me me half the people watching don't like the show. It's less than half, but you're telling me that many people are hate watching right now? Dude, I would like just to hide the fact that that's kind of crazy. So every episode you're watching hatefully. I know they think we do that with the goons. No. We don't watch any of them. Okay? We barely pay attention to any. Oh, I'll say this while I'm waiting for my 300th like. Is everybody's so mad at me. I didn't even know this was going on for days, but I guess r/Mersh got closed down. And, I'm an admin on there, but I'm not I'm not one of the main admins. I was added after the fact. Like, the whole thing about PodAwful owning r/Mersh is like a joke. I don't check Reddit, but maybe twice a week. I probably look at other subreddits more than I look at the one that I am the moderator of when I do look at it. Like Fish Tank just started. So I'll go and I'll check the Fish Tank subreddit, which is, by the way, how I realized this was happening. And, because it's easier to keep up with what's going on. I'm not watching Fish Tank all the time. So that way I can see the clips. And I go on there. If I look at it, it looks like r/Mersh is still there, because I can see it. So I had no clue. And I don't ever check notifications on Reddit. Never. I had 100,000 DMs from desperate little Redditors. Some of the saddest, sickest things I've ever seen. Going, where's my Reddit gold, kind stranger? I can't access my r/Mersh. I had no idea. You know, a guy apparently, I had to talk to the admins. A guy apparently was going through r/Mersh and reporting every single comment and post on there. I actually had commented on stuff after they had privated it, not even knowing that had happened. I need everybody to understand something, okay? Nobody has access to it but the admins right now. Nobody. You don't need to request to get in. There's no activity. And by the way, there was no activity on there before it got shut down. That place is a fucking ghost town. Mersh ain't even real. Look at this. I mean, this kind of proves everything here is... When was the last time I did a Mersh episode?
Been a while.
Been a while. Oh, I'm the guy who can't survive without Mersh. Looks like you're the guy who can't survive without Mersh. I have Misfit Patriot, okay? I don't need Mersh. And so what's happened now is all these, which by the way, like it's, you know what it is? It's former ROTC guys. It's former Owen Benjamin guys sitting there losing their minds because they don't have their comfort Reddit anymore. Their oomfies. Their comfies. This was their comfort Reddit where they went to make fun of the guy who stole 2.5 years of their life by making them look foolish into believing that he was, you know, entertaining, and they look stupid as a result. And that's not everybody, by the way. Again, we like making fun of them too, but it's a lot of the people. I've got people in my DMs. I don't know if it's my DMs or like the moderator DM. I literally don't know how Reddit works. This is why I don't check it. There's like a chat, and then there's also private notifications. I'm lost looking at this shit. It might just be mod mail. I don't know if they're talking to me or all the admins, but they're saying like some of them are free. I'm in the pizza fund and I love. And I think what's happened is they think that there's like secretly stuff going down in there. There's not. There's nothing happening in there. It's dead. It's a total ghost town. I promise. You'll see it when they open it. And I don't know when they're going to open it back up. That's not up to me. I'm a figurehead. It's a joke that it's owned by PODAWFUL. And part of the joke, by the way, was, you know, I asked at one point, I was like, can I change the description for the subreddit? And so I changed it to have all of my links in there. Because I just thought it'd be funny. You know, Mersh goes there, right? So wouldn't it be funny if he goes there and he sees that it's just a place advertising his biggest enemy? And then it also says on there, it like something to the this is so long ago that it was put up, but it says something like, you agree by posting here that you are now a slave for PODAWFUL and shit. So everybody's been posting there this whole time. It said that they've agreed to be my slaves. But I guess what happened is when they privated it, now a screen comes up because somebody sent me the screenshot of this and it has the description there. So people think this was just now added. It wasn't. It's been there the whole time. And they think they have to like beg me. I'm your slave, Jesse. I will do anything to get back on r/Mersh. It's like, it's pathetic. It's really pathetic. But then there's the other guys who are mad because there's like 4 guys on like 12 accounts who all upvote each other that all hate me because I took over r/Mersh. At least in their mind. It was Angie Angie took it over. Angie is the admin of r/Mersh, not me. Angie's not even in our Discord anymore, by the way. I love Angie, but like we don't communicate that much.
We love Angie.
We want her back. We want her back, but we really don't communicate that much. So I know people aren't going to believe that, but that is true. So, but even Angie, I messaged Angie about this, and even she was like, nobody posts in there. Like, she was like, I clipped a bunch of Mersh stuff recently for a Mersh montage. She was like, there wasn't even anything. It wasn't even worth it. There's nothing. She was like, I was watching him this week. It's like pathetic. There's nothing going on. Then somebody showed me that Kiwi Farms, the Mersh thread on Kiwi Farms, which has always been, you know, a second banana to r/Mersh, obviously. That place has been a real ghost town for months. And the second the place got privated, I guess, they all had a meltdown about it, going, oh, where are we going to find out about what? You watch Mersh. Go watch him. Go clip him. Yeah, like, we can't gatekeep Mersh. He's out there. You can go find him.
Right.
So, you know, what's Kino Casino going to do? What's Nobody Likes Onions going to do with no Mersh, with no r/Mersh to steal the content from, with no PODAWFUL coverage? If I'm not making fun of Mersh, nothing happens with Mersh. Huh. It's like I always said. It's like exactly as I predicted. I move on, and there's nothing. The only thing that ever happens is like some miracle of dear God occurs, and, you know, through no machinations of our own, Mersh messes up his own life. But I was saying months ago, we need to let him build himself back up. We need to give him a win. And so I was trying to do that. I was trying to ignore all of this and not do any Mersh stuff. And then this guy went psych, because these dudes who dislike PODAWFUL on there, it's one guy. It's literally right now, it's one guy. And I made the bounty for Mersh's, or originally for Royce's Satanist wedding video. And it turned out it wasn't Royce, it was Mersh. So I deleted the post, and I deleted one of my replies to it. This has already been explained to this dude. This dude lost his mind because I deleted this, because he thought I did it in shame or something. And I know he's going to be watching this. He's going to be losing his mind. He's been opening up new Twitter accounts and new YouTube accounts to tell nobody about. Nobody cares. All right. But just to be clear, this dude had tried to make a big spectacle that I deleted this thing. I deleted it because the offer was no longer on, because Royce is not the one who had the Satanist wedding. I then made a new post, by the way, where I offered more money for the Mersh version. Never deleted that one. This dude claims I deleted some other guy's post as well. The guy who made that post, or that reply, explained it to him. I deleted it myself. And he's got this screenshot. I don't know if he doctored it or if it's what really Reddit says. I literally don't know. But he's got this screenshot where it says, this comment was deleted by a moderator. Well, the guy who made the comment said he deleted it. So if a moderator deleted it, there's like, I don't know, 7 other moderators other than me. So maybe they did. But the guy says he did it himself. I don't know what to do about this. And this dude is losing it because he thinks the whole thing went private because of him. Because of this giant expose that a comment got deleted on Reddit. By the way, we delete comments all the time. Do you know how many spammers come in there? How many Mersh sycophants, Mersh effectors come in there and spam the place? And I got to be honest, as funny as it is that it's a quote-unquote PODAWFUL subreddit, it's not a PODAWFUL subreddit. So when you post about PODAWFUL in there, you're spamming. So some of the mods delete that stuff because it's not about Mersh. When you go in, if it's about me and Mersh, I can't see any issue with that. I don't care. Honestly, if you're posting about me in there, great. All the better. That's more me. That's funny to me. But when it's super off topic, usually the other users are even like, let's stick to Mersh. What are you doing here? So shit gets deleted. I'll be straight up with you. I wouldn't give a fuck if I deleted it. It's my right. I'm the admin of the subreddit. You should be happy you're not banned. If I wanted to, if I was paying any more attention to Reddit, I would be able to do that if I wanted to. I don't care that much. But I am enjoying, again, and I'm assuming this dude is the psycho who was reporting every post, because according to Angie, and I think it's the same guy, according to Angie, right before things went private, she had one of her own comments reported to her. She's the admin. So it was reported to her because she said something against this guy's wackadoo narrative. Guys, I got to be honest, at this point, it would be very funny to me if r/Mersh never opened again, but I don't feel that. I do want it to open back up. I hope it does. I think they're just waiting for the coast to clear. I'm probably not helping anything by saying this, but let's be real with ourselves. What would you post there right now if it was open? Again, there's no secret anything going on in there. As far as I've seen, not a single post or comment has been made. I checked 2-3 days ago now. I haven't seen any update of any kind in there. I think they're just hoping that whoever's reporting shit gets bored. But if it was open, what would you be posting? Do you watch Mersh? Are you watching the Rumble? And there are some heroes, some absolute heroes that were in there still clipping him, still watching that stuff. And to all those guys, I'm not talking to you. Okay? I get that you want to be in there. I get it. That's your thing. That's your comfort goon. Your comfort red. But you got to stop erming me, okay? Do not erm me in DMs about your Reddit gold, kind stranger. You're like embarrassing me. It's do you know how embarrassing it is to be an admin of a subreddit? So please, just let them do whatever they're doing. Give them the time. I'm sure they're going to open it back up. Nobody wants the thing to be gone. But in the meantime, let's see what happens. What happens when Mersh's biggest, the epicenter of his trolling, his A-logs, whatever you want to call it, does he improve? Do things get better? Or do his views go down? I have a feeling he might actually lose even harder without his precious Reddit transmissions. So I don't know what else to say about this. I was just waiting to hit 300 likes, but we hit it like 12 minutes ago. I didn't plan to address any of this, but it did somehow come up just now. I don't even remember how we got here, but it's just so gay. It's like so wildly gay. In fact, I will go to Reddit right now. Look, Reddit. And I, by the way, use the old Reddit. I hate using new Reddit. Here's the Reddit, okay? Look, I just went here. This is the live page. This is the old Reddit. Nothing's been posted in 9 days. Everybody happy? All right? I did downvote this one, though, because I thought this was so gay. This guy posted, no offense, maybe this guy is cool. I don't know. ATIM95. But he posted, time to finally be honest to ourselves. ROTC always sucked. We just gave them a pass because they were making fun of Owen. Who is we? You're in the wrong. Like, this is now the PODAWFUL Mersh subreddit. No, there's no we on that one, my friend. I don't know. But by the way, this has been what the sidebar says the whole time. Mersh is owned by PodAwful, podawful.com, podawful.pizza, awful.tube, awful.world, urbanmoving.systems. Nightwave Radio is a registered trademark of PodAwful and Jesse PS. By posting here, you are agreeing to be owned by PodAwful as property. You are a slave. Stop asking me to be my slave harder. Okay? That's all I'm asking for here. I don't think any of the other mods are going to let you in right now. This is apparently the issue that's been going on. And I don't even, maybe the other mods don't even know this either. I don't know how much forethought was put into any of this. Now I'm looking at the mod mail. Is that where it is? Yeah. Look at, oh my God. Yeah, here's the guy. Here's the guy that was like really upset because he, oh, this content is no longer available. He deleted his own comment. I don't even know how to click on this. Oh, messages. There we go. Is this what I wanted? See, I literally don't know how fucking Reddit works. I don't know. I can't even find the again, we've been getting all these messages and now I don't see any of them. I don't know where to look for them and I don't care. But it's I'll pay tribute to PodAwful. I've been a pizza funder. My favorite ones are the guys who are like, I used to be a pizza funder. Okay. What's that doing for me now? And joining the pizza fund's not going to get you in. Although, maybe it would be funny. I just let all of the Discord people into r/Mersh. We're just in there having a party now that I've said all this. Ha ha ha. This is our place now. You guys aren't invited. They would have a meltdown. They would have an absolute meltdown. Start a new subreddit. Go to Kiwi. Why isn't the Kiwi Farms one popping off? Let me go to Kiwi. Now I got to see this again. Kiwi Farms, Mersh. Let me see what they're saying here. Has there been any update? Oh, no, they haven't posted anything since Saturday. So, what was this? Oh, yeah, they did post my tweet about how I'm not the admin of r/Mersh. But, here we go. The boy detectives of Kiwi Farms have worked it out. Nope, I just decided to nuke it. They say, it's hopefully this is just a blessing in disguise and Mersh content can consolidate maybe here. Good luck. Go for it, Kiwi Farmers. Watch Mersh. Enjoy clipping it. Go for it. So a guy, oh my God, this is awesome. This Kiwi Farmer says, Jesse locking down the sub at some point was a matter of time. I think he will reinstate the sub after he does his I'm a merciful God shtick and teases Mersh about it. What would that even mean? How do I tease Mersh about closing down his subreddit? He likes this. That doesn't make any sense. And guess what? The guy saying this, his profile picture is Cog and his name is British Mersh. That's my joke.
It is.
Every time. You cannot find a Kiwi farmer talking shit about PodAwful and not using my jokes. It's impossible. Every time they're watching and they're miming and mimicking and stealing from me. It's pathetic. This guy says, someone says, shitting on Mersh is one particular niche, but Jesse is too much of a try-hard F-slur to allow it, apparently. Then why do you care? If it's so niche, you're on the thing where you can still do it. Saying this, by the way. You're in this is Kiwi Farm. This is the biggest website for this sort of exact thing. What are you crying about? And this guy replies to him, says, so what? Mersh has a thread on here. You can discuss Mersh here. OBS is free. You're welcome to use all the websites and tools at your disposal to start clipping Nightwave and sharing Mersh's Twitter retardation than posting it here. It's not like Mersh is more difficult to document and observe than any of the other people who have threads on Grift Wars. I don't know what Grift Wars is, but I guess that's something on Kiwi Farms. It's just all of the posts now are just about being mad that the thread is locked down. Talk to Angie. Okay, actually, don't bother Angie. I don't want to put that on her. Don't bother Angie. I'm sure she doesn't want to hear from you and doesn't care either. All right, here we go. She-Man, we hit 300 a long time ago.
Is this, but everything you see around you, like in front of you right now, me, the walls behind me, this hat I'm wearing, everything around you, the walls around you, like I said.
By the way, casual observer in chat, who maybe is a Kiwi farmer, I don't know. He says, PodAwful wasn't even credited for getting it right with Rekieta ages ago. Or Dick Masterson. Or Mersh, by the way. They used to like Mersh, these guys. And they'll deny that because the thread starts as disliking him. But they liked Mersh back before he had a thread. Yeah, that's true with everything. Fucking I saw a clip. Josh Moon did a stream. Yeah, by the way, Josh Moon lost to Nick Rekieta, and Nick has won. That body cam footage ain't coming out anytime soon. He did a stream about this, or about the body cam stuff. He said the other day, what was it? He said, let me see if this is in here, actually, because this might be worth playing. I think it was posted here. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Listen to this.
So Rekieta update, last 3 weeks. So not much has happened really in the last 3 weeks. The body cam footage being delayed was one thing. Immediately after that, Oliver Bromka, who is a elected attorney, I'm not sure if he's elected in Minnesota or North Dakota, but he's a registered licensed attorney on the bar for both Minnesota and North Dakota.
Okay, so he's talking about the thing. Sorry, there's a timestamp here. Let me grab the timestamp. Now listen to this. So he's talking about like how this is him doing. I believe that she will win. Bernie still has a chance of getting the body cam footage, which I'm for. I want him to get it. I want him to win. But listen to this.
And so on and so forth. And then also confusing things like Jesse published like a bunch of AI generated fake photos of the house. And that also led to further confusion. Oh, and statement.
Now, that sounds like he's talking shit there by lying and saying I'm posting AI stuff. By the way, I'm just Jesse. There's that's a half of Voldemort there. No one, I'm Jesse, so I'm the Jesse of the internet. Not Jesse from PodAWFUL. He says it at no point. He never says PodAWFUL. Jesse. And you can hear him hesitating on that. He's scared to say it.
And so on and so forth. And then also confusing things like Jesse.
The internet's boyfriend. Yes, Jesse.
Jesse. Now, the crazy part is, though, what he's saying there is that because things are now confused with me putting out screenshots of the footage, that now there's more reason for them to release it. What he's actually saying there is that I helped, but he can't say that. Not only can he not directly say it, but he can't even say the name of the show. I'm officially just Jesse. Usually when a guy in one of these circles says Jesse, everybody thinks they're talking about Jesse Lee Peterson. Okay? Do you love your Mersh? So I'm now the Jesse. All right? I've now been raised to that point with everything. And I don't know what this AI nonsense is, by the way, they're talking about. I was given those screenshots by an anonymous source who had access to it. And how would you know if they're fake or not? You haven't seen the footage. This guy thinks he's in charge of the footage. You can't even get them to agree to release it. You spent how much money? And they're like, nah. You think it's good enough that you just got some lady to look at it and tell you what happened? Have you ever heard a woman tell a story? Okay. I don't believe her. I'm not on Nick's side, but sorry, a woman's description of things is always over the top, over dramatic. If I hadn't seen it for myself, I would think that lady, Mama K, is that her name? I would think that she was lying too. She was, exaggerating the truth on that. And if you don't believe me, ask her about any other part of her life and see what happens. She's going to act like she's had the most dramatic, craziest life of all time. She's just some fat idiot. So I'm sure she's nice. I don't know a single thing about this lady, but except that she's a lady, and so she doesn't know how to properly describe things. I don't know if there was a guy who saw it too, so they were comparing notes or anything like that. But anyway, it's just crazy to me that, these guys are all like so terrified of me, but they're using all my stuff. They hate me, but they can't stop watching it. And not in a hate watch way. They're, again, using my jokes and they're using my info. There is no Mersh coverage without PodAWFUL. It doesn't exist. There is no Rekieta shit without PodAWFUL, by the way. That might sound crazy. I get it. Oh, he would have been big on his own anyway. But you would have still been liking him. You would have still been liking him. Josh Moon would be fucking Baldo washing right now if PODAWFUL hadn't said 7 years ago that Nick Rekieta is a goon. That's the truth.
Your computer, your phone, whatever the fuck you're watching this on, none of it's real. None of it's real. Okay? Like, got deep.
Didn't he just say the opposite? Didn't he say that everything is the same reality in the internet, but now none of it's real?
And the quantum mechanics, my friends.
Okay. Now, listen. A nigga in a bucket hat can't tell you about quantum mechanics, all right? I would like to wear a bucket. I've been trying to get a bucket hat. My head's too big. My whole family, they've all got bucket hats. And so I always feel left out. You know, we go out and about. Everybody's wearing a bucket hat. I want to wear a bucket hat. And then they got me a hat for Father's Day. It was like a woman's hat. It's crazy. And it was so, oh my God. I thought my head was going to pop trying to put it on. It's a little, and my wife was like, it's not a woman's hat. I checked. It said it was a man's hat. Or it was a unisex. I was like, which is it, man? Or unisex? That's sounding a little Misfit Patriot. And then I look at the brand on it. She ordered it off of Amazon or something. I look at the brand on it. The brand was called like Live, Laugh, Love or some stupid crap. I'm like, that's not a guy's brand. Anyway, I would love to wear a bucket hat, but the second you put one on, you can't have opinions. You know, you got to keep quiet in a bucket hat. There's no telling it like it is. There's certainly no, romantically theorizing about the realities and quantum mechanics of the universe and string theory.
And
the only theory you're allowed to have with a bucket hat is like, does the string go in the front or the back?
Tell you, the deeper you get into quantum mechanics, the scarier things get, because you realize very quickly, holy shit, we are just living in a big projection. There's so much.
I will agree that Comedy Shaman is living in a projection. No, I think since Mersh, no one has projected harder.
Much more to life than just the physical reality. Okay? And like, I was lost. I was lost when you guys first saw me. Okay.
This is you found?
Okay.
We will find you.
And it's like the old hymn, I was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see.
Yeah, that old hymn. That's Amazing Grace.
I can see that everything is fake. Everything.
This is a last known video. This might be it, guys. It might be over. This is the last time you see a fellows when he starts doing this kind of thing.
And
do you think yesterday he went playing catch with his dad or not? Because if not,
time doesn't even exist. Okay,
he definitely didn't. He came into voice chat.
He was here yesterday.
Yeah, I popped in. Everybody was talking to him for a while, and then I specifically had a chat with him about his daddy.
He must have been so mad that I didn't show up. I was busy. Father. I'm a father. I was doing Father's Day.
Another illusion.
So Comedy Shaman keeps showing up in our Discord. And every time he's got some new insane name, like Perfect, it's me, Morpheus, or some insane shit like that. And he's doing a voice every time. It's this insane, crazy. It's not Hank Hill.
I'm about to bust.
He's like making.
I wish it was Hank Hill.
It's like this Southern guy, but from Ireland, where he's like, yeah, laddie, every once in a while, just out of nowhere. He's losing his mind. He just shows up and he just keeps singing Hamilton songs to us. Did he actually say any words yesterday, Lenny? Or
not to me. He said crumb bum and chocolate face or something like that. Dirk, you were there, right? Jared, you were there.
I caught some of it. Yeah, he was crumb bum. He said just over and over and over, and then I think he was calling Greg chocolate face.
Okay. Crumb Bum's a guy from Patrick Melton's chat, I think. I think he's referring to a
he's a guy.
Spurgtopia guy or something.
Just like the physical around you. Because guess what? Do you know what an atom is? An atom is a particle that's constantly moving. Okay? Everything's made of atoms. Everything is constantly moving. Nothing is solid. You've never touched anything solid in your fucking life. Okay? Now I understand.
Well, I mean,
Prove it, nerd.
well, define solid then, because
Right.
And a lot of you guys went to like Uptight Citizens Brigade or
Uptight Citizens Brigade. That's awesome.
went fucking
thought
did
that
theater shit.
went hard.
Theater kids don't know physics. They just can't learn them. They're not good at math.
You're a meth head.
God damn.
Listen, if you were talking chemistry, I might listen. Okay? But we're well outside of your depth. By the way, as the theater kid who went to the Uptight Citizens Brigade, there's a lot of people that go there that are like, they have like a real person's job where they're a quantum mechanics man or something. Not me. I am dumb. He's right. I'm retarded. But most of the people there have like insane real jobs that they're desperately trying to get out of, where, you know, I couldn't even understand what they're talking about.
Musicians tend to be good at math because
Tool, the golden ratio. Musicians tend to be good at math.
music is math that you feel.
Musicians are not good at math. It's the other side of the brain.
Yeah, that must suck sitting there doing the drums and really what you're doing is your math homework. No wonder I hate music.
But that's besides the point. The point is nothing is fucking real. Nothing. Nothing, okay? And you guys are drinking from the cup of sorrow if you think it is. You can.
Is that like from the Lord of the Rings? Is that what you have to do to return the ring to its original place or something?
Through the cup of sorrow to Sauron.
Yeah.
And accept that reality ain't real.
He's got a goblet! This guy's got a goblet!
That is the cup of sorrow.
The comedy king, more like it.
By the way, it's got the barcode sticker on the bottom from the.
Did we read that?
The Goodwill he pulled this out of.
Means it's officially from
No,
Buckingham
it's
Palace.
too blurry.
Gotta love that.
I think
that's beautiful.
This dude is living in a motel. He's crashed 3 or 4 or 5 cars now. Actually, technically 5 cars at minimum, because he also crashed those other people's cars, right? He totaled their cars.
Right.
And he's taking the time to go out and buy garblets.
Beautiful cup, isn't it? But you guys need to accept it.
What a beautiful cup. Listen, a guy gets a cup like that, and whatever he's drinking out of it, not good. It's never something appropriate, okay? Almost always a bodily fluid. I'm not going to take any guesses on which bodily fluid is going on here. I don't know if this is a Steven Bonnell style bodily fluid, but usually bare minimum blood is involved.
Reality's not real, okay? And, like, for all the stupid shit that I've been through, it didn't even happen. Like, none of it's real, okay? Like, even if Fed's getting diddled, Fed's...
What? Yikes. I don't, that out of nowhere, that's a scary thing to say. I mean, that...
Right.
That felt
That's
like
something that happened to him, he's saying.
Yeah, I feel like I just
Thinking
got
about this.
I think I just got mentally diddled by him saying that. Let's hear it again.
And, like, for all the stupid shit that I've been through, it didn't even happen. Like, none of it's real, okay? Like, even if Fed's getting diddled.
He's been through that.
Hey,
Like,
Feds.
where's the connection?
Hey, Feds diddle, the cat in the middle.
Feds didn't get diddled. It's not real, okay?
That part was real. I mean, that's like one of the few things that was said to him that was real.
Like, maybe she lost her soul. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, she lost her whole.
Maybe. The soul is real.
Oh, okay. That's true. Everything's atoms. You've never touched anything solid. You don't understand quantum mechanics. Oh, by the way, the soul is real. You know, this thing that is ill-defined at best, even by the people who believe in it the most. No, you don't understand. When you die, you lose 23 pounds or whatever stupid fucking thing they say. Okay, man. Yeah, the soul is real. How else would you be able to do the math of music without a soul? This is the thing is like this, without music and without a soul, How do you understand black people and their pain?
You don't.
Nobody understands black pain better than this guy. He said a thing recently so insane to our friend Greg, who is a black man, that I cannot repeat it here. Okay. And the nerve of him to say this, thinking that he's saying a good thing, by the way, to a black gentleman like Greg. You guys know what I'm talking about, but
Thinking
Oh,
it
yeah.
hurts.
floored me. Greg sent me this out here. I'll let you fill in the blank. I'll do it. Greg sent me this screenshot. He goes, this is Clay. He says, I fully understand now what it means to be treated as a blank. He said that to a black guy. Like, as if the black guy's going to be like, right. Yep, I know that's right. The struggle. Mein Kampf. That's right.
Here's the hard part of this. This is going to be messed up. You guys are going to be like, what the fuck is he on? But
Meth. We're not. It's not a mystery. We're not
Look at
really.
his- Look at how red his
Kratom.
face is. Has he been sleeping outside or something?
Yeah. He's been doing a little roughing it, they call it. Both rough trade and just sleeping outside. Yeah. A lot going on here.
the deer god's real.
Oh! Clip it. Whoa.
So deer god's real.
This is awesome.
You guys are going to be like, what the fuck is he on? But the deer god's real. Except her name, not him.
No,
it's a man.
It's a guy.
It has antlers.
It's a god.
Don't flip that part. Don't flip that
A
part.
god can't be a lady. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, just wait.
Her name is Artemis. Okay? And the way these things work is they need your conscious attention, or they need your attention, period, to exist. Because the fourth dimensional is much more real than the three-dimensional. The three-dimensional.
I mean, yeah, because time's a thing. So I guess, yeah, he's technically right.
That is the fourth dimension.
This is strange.
Right.
This might be the strangest instance of a broken clock being right twice a day ever. Because it's being right about time accidentally. So
Accidentally. Yeah.
That's-
X, Y, Z, and T. He got it. Yeah.
that's meta. I think they call that meta.
is just a projection from the fourth down.
Is my mustache starting to look like Batman's symbol? Imagine it flying.
Little bit. Yeah, when you put it up like that.
Okay.
Okay. And the fourth dimension has been around since, or the three dimension has been around since the Big Bang. Now,
But now we believe in the Big Bang. All right.
you guys can say, oh, the Big Bang's the beginning of everything. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Let me repeat that.
One more time, guys. This is for everybody in the back. Turn up your volume.
Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Your consciousness is eternal. It has to be. Now, here's the thing. Everything you see around you, like all this, it's a soul trap.
You can never get cold because energy is eternal. The heat inside your house, that never goes away. You're not cold. You just don't understand music.
You're trapped. I'm telling you the fucking truth. You are trapped. It has nothing to do with you being a good person. It has nothing to do with you being a bad person. The sad reality is, if Jesse can let go of the cult.
Is this okay? I didn't realize this video is about me.
Good.
Nice. All right. Cool.
Oh, dear
Nice.
God.
Cool.
He might have a better chance of making it out than almost like a lot of us, if not all of us. Because
So I'm the best guy. That's neat.
Just gotta get rid of us.
Frankly, I'm not getting rid of the cult, so it's not happening. But I like that he recognizes that I am several stations above everyone else. That's very nice.
he has no attachments. He doesn't like love his family. Like that.
Okay, that's psycho. I don't know where you're getting
just
that.
talked to your dad.
I just talked to my dad.
Right.
I gave him a kiss. He kissed me on the
Greatest
mouth.
family
Me
man.
and my dad
Like,
kissed
come
on the mouth on this very episode.
It's actually what it takes to get out is no attachments. You know? And I have a dependency problem with
I'll tell you who's got an attachment. Feds. You need to look out.
More than just drugs. Like, I'm working on that. You know, I become very dependent on things, and the reality is that I'm dependent on things that don't exist at that
substances.
point.
Yeah. Well, that's what. No, he's literally saying. You missed her. He's literally saying drugs here.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He specified that. Yeah.
Like, this energy is real. Frequencies are real. They can access the fourth dimension. We can access the fourth.
Shouldn't you also be spurring out because he called you Jesse, not Jesse PS? Are you? Does the guy think that the thing about Josh is what he's saying there, that he thinks that the thing I said about Josh earlier was that he just said Jesse? You know what? I don't want to explain it to him. Nobody explain it to him. Don't boy detective this, okay? Let him keep thinking that is the issue. I'm fucking rootin' tootin' mad over here. Hey, use my fake version of my last name or else.
Energy is real. Frequencies are real. They can access the fourth dimension.
Yeah, just ask Kenneth.
We can access the fourth and even the fifth, okay? Now,
okay, this guy's accessing the fifth dimension. You guys need to, ladies, watch out. Don't get it too close to any mirrors when you're naked or anything like that. I don't know exactly how it works, but he might be finding his way through some sort of liquid metal medium. And trust me, he does not observe any known laws of consent, okay? A guy doesn't even think that you're solid. Then he's not going to respect your boundaries.
there's a fake God, okay? Actually, there's more than one fake God. But there's a fake God that people pray to, okay? One that asks for blood sacrifice / humans like consumption rituals, where maybe you eat a cracker and drink some wine. Like, that's a blood ritual, okay?
Okay. What are we talking about?
He's discovered Gnosticism.
And that means
he's talking the demiurge.
He's like
all
into
this crazy shit.
He likes eating.
He's into crystals.
Is that like
specifically meth?
Is that like eating gnocchi, or is that?
I don't know.
All right, you know. Okay, here's what I think. We got a world war coming up about Comedy Shaman. I'm gonna save the rest of this for the world war. It's coming up, guys. Guys, it's coming up. It's happening. Alert the presses. It is coming up. Did we save that? Everybody's got that one saved, right? Let's save that one.
Oh, that's
archive that. Throw that in the brand new Comedy Shaman Goon Opticon forum. Guys, got to use those forums. We got to be keeping track of all these things. It's so many irons in the fire right now. We will come back to that. That was getting a little too esoteric for a Daddy's Day episode. It was getting a little scary. This was supposed to be a lighthearted episode where a grown man talks to another man's child, and nothing weird, okay? Speaking of nothing weird, let's go to Nick Rekieta, last year's Daddy's Day Father of the Year. We're just doing a little catch up with him. We'll see what's going on with him lately. Here he is talking about hair follicle testing.
Oh, it used to be for profit. Brent McNamara says, do you think any of the kids at this event would test positive for cocaine if they took a hair follicle drug test? Statistically, 1 in 5 of them would, actually.
Cool.
Oh, okay. Wait, how many Rekieta kids are there again? 1, 2, 3. Oh, what a coincidence. Oh, okay. So it just statistically speaking, one of your kids is supposed to test positive for cocaine. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, hey, listen. Don't argue with the science. That's what I know. At Grok, is this true? I don't. Where's he getting these numbers, and why does he know them? I have a feeling I know the answer to that, but it might involve last year's Father's Day, actually.
That's a globally that's a global statistic.
Oh, it's globally recognized. Okay. Well, now you're a globalist, so
quantum mechanics.
Yeah, if you understood the whole, if you understand that humans aren't even solid, then of course cocaine is floating in the air out there. It's going to get into a kid.
Every kid's got it in their hair base.
Of course, pedophiles are now going to use the same excuse. Like 1 in 5. Listen, you got 5 kids. One of them I'm going to float into. like a body floating into you, me floating into you, something.
Examinations, 1 in 5 children across the entire world test positive for cocaine.
World. Like there's any cocaine in Africa. Are you kidding me?
Who's doing this testing, by the way? Where are we getting these numbers?
That's why
this came from the University of Columbia, by the way.
People don't put a ton of stock in hair follicle tests because they don't.
Yeah, you know what? I put a ton of stock in it, me personally. Those of us with more hair tend to put more stock in that.
Believe that 1 in 5 children are actually using cocaine. So 1 in 5 children testing positive for it is a little.
Where are you always looking? Who are these ghosts giving you these answers? Keep your eyes focused. You got that big nose to just, that's like an iron sight, you know, right there. You ought to be able to keep those eyes straight ahead.
A little bit weird and a little bit high.
This guy's blueing himself.
But to answer your question,
he keeps, by the way, he keeps starting streams. His nose is just, you think I'm red? Oh my God. This dude's nose is about to fall off his face, Wilbur Cobb style.
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
Very. So I'm getting very, listen, I don't know what the statistics are on noses and how often they test positive for cocaine. But I'm going to imagine in the, I don't know if it's a global thing, but in the Rekieta household, it's probably 1 in 1.
Statistically, 1 in 5 of them should.
Oh, statistically. Okay. Well, this is brought to you by a research grant from the law offices of Rekieta Law.
So probably, roughly 100 to 200 kids at the fair would test positive for cocaine.
A guy having autistic lawtism knowledge of exactly how many kids should test positive for cocaine while sitting in front of the Joker is really, because these kids, if you start catching them with a big stretched out smile on their face, you need to ask them how they got those scars.
Also Austin, so it'd probably be higher if we're being honest.
That's awesome. And so how much money?
Really? Would it be higher in Austin than it would be in, let's say, Candy-Yohe County or whatever?
Typically is raised for charities as a result of this event.
It just depends. And to be honest,
Actually, according to global research, 2 out of every 2 wives cheats on their husband and puts them in a swinging cuck relationship. It's based on a very small sample size that Nick has personally been testing, but the numbers are pretty solid.
I don't have that number on the top of my head.
I take a rough guess.
I don't even have a rough guess.
Okay, fair enough.
We have a treasurer, but basically...
He's going to
We have a
say
treasurer,
more.
but we don't know his name.
Give it a second here.
No, I don't believe it is 1 in 5 kids removed by CPS. I'm pretty sure it's 1 in 5 kids entirely. But you're welcome to to correct me on that. But I believe that study was was not a CPS involved study.
It should have been. I mean, if they're finding that many numbers, maybe somebody should get involved. And by the way, speaking of, as you may know, I think I've already said this. I don't know if I said this in the public episode last week or not, but I put out those Nick Rekieta, Kayla Rekieta, April shirts, them ape shirts. We ran into a little snag. Okay. Now everybody's going to get their shirt. All right. But we do, listen.
I got one.
First of all, you got yours?
No, I said I bought one.
You bought one. Yeah. Yours is one I'm trying to get through, so that's why.
Thanks for the message. You did give me an update.
Yeah, I messaged everybody about this. Here's what happened. All right, now we got good news and bad news. Okay. Now the good news is, Free My Nigga Ape is now a collector's item of sorts.
Nick Rekieta and I are fucking each other. PODAWFUL made me do it.
This shirt is now, I think, owned by 4 people in the entire world.
I didn't make the cut.
If you live in Australia and you ordered this shirt, you got it exactly as advertised. Very lucky, those of you who got this one. That's incredible. Look at that. What a beautiful design. But how amazing does that look? You got Harambe is sitting there. Citizen M is signed off on this one. Unfortunately, Citizen M's signature was not enough. And listen, I'm not saying Nick Rekieta saw this and reported it. Okay. Now I do know for a fact that Aaron Imholt saw these shirts.
Papa Shab says, excited for my ape shirt. Oh, you got one of the Jesse PS ape shirts, huh? I want to get one. I don't want to tell you. I want to get the Nick shirt from Jesse.
That's crazy.
I think that's the coolest one out of all of them. But
he did let
then
you
again,
co-host
I'm on
the
that
show,
shirt.
or host a show.
So,
remember?
fair enough.
You hosted Steel Toe.
He's saying he wants to get it because his name is on it. That makes sense. That's the one I would get if I was him too, actually. But he said it's his new favorite shirt, and he claimed he would be buying this shirt. I want to put this out there. Don't let Aaron fool you. He has not purchased any of these shirts. Okay? But if we know, listen, I haven't seen anybody clip this. Maybe it happened. But if we know that people are telling Aaron about the shirts, then presumably Nick has been told about the shirts. And I told you, these things are only for sale for 2 weeks. The end of this week, I will be taking these shirts down. Somebody got mad about this shirt right here specifically. Okay. So I ran into a little issue. Apparently my printers didn't like part of the design right here. All right. So then I updated, and unfortunately I had to do this. I tried to censor this as little as possible so that you're getting as close to what you ordered as humanly possible. So what I did was I took a little asterisk and I just put it right over top the middle of a certain word on this shirt. Okay. And originally that was good enough. But then I guess somebody got upset that the shirt was going through again and people were still buying it. And so then I was informed by my printers that the Warn a Brother logo was copyright infringement. So I said, it's a parody. That's protected. Anywhere you go, that's protected. That's fair use. It's not Warner Brothers. It's Warn a Brother. And they said, no, we cannot let this through. So I have now also altered this logo. It's now yellow and red. And instead of WB, it says PA in the shield. I hope these changes are okay with everyone. It's the only possible way you're ever going to get this shirt if you ordered it. Okay? And I'm still waiting to see if that's enough. I might have to change it again. I am going to do as little to change this as possible. I can't let you know ahead of time what the final design will be, because I'm literally sitting here in limbo myself on this. But what I will promise you is you will get the closest thing to this that I am legally allowed to send to you, okay? Now, if you ordered... And again, most people ordered all 3 shirts. If you ordered the Nick or Kayla shirts, I guess I should probably show these so that people know what we're talking about in case they missed it. If you ordered either the Nick or here's PODAWFUL.shop, the Nick shirt, every bitch I ever fucked also fucked Aaron Imholt, Hedonism 3, Spicer, Minnesota. It's on site. Apparently they had no issue with this, by the way. If you ordered this or the Kayla Rekieta shirt, those will come. And so far, they will come exactly as they are. If you ordered any of these by themselves, they've already shipped. You either have yours or it's on its way. Unless you ordered today, I guess. But
I got my Nick shirt. It's very nice.
Yeah, you got the Nick one? Yeah, I'm getting the Nick one too. I'm waiting. Listen, Aaron, somebody needs to let Aaron Imholt know he's only got days to get this shirt. And I'm going to sweeten the deal. You see, a lot of people wanted me to send Aaron the shirt. I'm like, Aaron has flaked on me enough times. He can buy his own fucking shirt. I'm not paying for this for him. And a lot of other people said to me, Nick mugshot, Kayla mugshot, Ape mugshot. Where's the Aaron mugshot t-shirt? Interesting. Now, don't think that I'm in any way protecting Aaron on this, and don't think I didn't already think of this. I originally thought I'll do an Aaron one too. And then I went, his isn't part of the set. Like, he wasn't in, these 3 mugshots were together. So it doesn't really make sense. So in the back of my mind, I said, you know what I can do? When these shirts are gone, I can release an Aaron one by itself. Then it's got all of the hype just on its own, So I've been mulling over the Aaron design now for a couple weeks, what it's going to be. Now, if Aaron buys, okay, here's and you can clip this, send this to Aaron. If Aaron has not bought his Nick Rekieta shirt, he promised he was going to buy this Nick Rekieta. He said it's his favorite shirt. If Aaron buys the shirt, we're good. If Aaron buys the Nick shirt and the Kayla shirt, which I'm not sure he can legally own, and whatever version of the ape shirt is coming, if he gets all 3 of them, no Aaron Imholt shirt. That's how you save it, okay? So, because what I've got planned for this Aaron Imholt shirt, I'm going to have to go over with my printers for this one to make sure that we're all good. But don't think I'm like hiding it or protecting him or haven't thought. Come on, guys. An Aaron Imholt mugshot t-shirt, that's free money. That's sitting right there when I've already done these. Now, here's something even crazier. Somebody, I don't know who this is, somebody stole my Kayla Rekieta design and is now selling it on this insane third-party website you've never heard of. And I'm not even hiding what it is. I can't remember what it's called. I've never heard of it before. They're just selling this design now on another website with no explanation. Imagine seeing this. Just on a this is like the type of website that would sell like a Trump mugshot t-shirt or a boardwalk style the bitch fell off the back t-shirt online. Like legit versions of this style of shirt. That's what they're selling. They stole this from me and are now selling it. And they're undercutting me. So if you can find it, you can get this one for cheaper, I guess. I'm not hiding it. I don't care. It's funny. But yeah, if Aaron gets all 3, particularly the Kayla one, and it's got to be in a size that I know fits all of Aaron, then we're good. PODAWFUL.shop. These are your last days to buy it. I think you can still place the order for this one. I'm still working on making it actually go through, but they will. You'll get a shirt, okay? You want the ape shirt, you'll get it. You just won't get this one. This is a collector's item. Very few, even I don't have this, okay? That's how limited edition this is. Somebody's going to put this out there on, Zazzle and make this not so limited anymore. But these rare original ones, Smokane got one. He's going to upload this to eBay and make a killing off of this. This was our most popular shirt. Yo, free my nigga.
Smokane got one of the 4 real ones.
Smokane got one of the 4 real ones, yeah. The only people that got them were the first people who ordered and were in Australia. For whatever reason, the Australia ones went through faster. And so they got printed before anyone knew what was going on. I mean, they were like printed almost same day. It was crazy. Anyway, PODAWFUL.shop for that. Now, other quick update. Remember, we were slightly covering the Gabe Hoffman big reveal on the last episode of the show in the Primo section. And we predicted, wouldn't it be funny if Gabe had just nothing? Wouldn't it be funny if they're just wasting everyone's time? That would actually be better, I said during the show. And how funny would it be if Gabe's big expose was such a nothing burger that it caused Nick to reveal something shocking and horrible about his own family that no one knew, not even Gabe. Sure enough, that's what happened. Now, if you don't know, most people know this by now, but just to update my audience, Rekieta Law, here's what he typed in Nobody Likes Onions chat before the Gabe Hoffman event. He said, they are likely going to claim I choke slammed my son in the lobby of a chiropractor. That's convenient. I hope it was on the way in and not out. I know this because our former nanny tried this allegation before, and CPS, what does this say? CPS found no merit to it. He claims, Happy Father's Day!
Shout out, dads.
Wow. So even though Gabe Hoffman had nothing, he actually managed to reveal to everyone somehow, accidentally, that Nick Rekieta chokeslammed his kid. Now listen, according to global statistics, 1 out of every 5 kids gets chokeslammed, okay? That's just going to happen. But it may quell any of your anger over this to know that the kid wasn't even solid anyway, so it doesn't matter. And finally, Ethan Van Sciver, all right? He's still talking Nick Rekieta. He doesn't know what side of the aisle to land on. He released an image. This is so funny. Take a look at this.
So, Mandy, Nick Rekieta was texting me the other day. He's upset because I like Keanu Thompson, who's his mortal enemy.
Remember that? Remember he dumped Nick?
Awesome. So he's texting me all this stuff, and he's just like, you don't know how it was, bro. And he's sending me pictures of himself in thruples. And I'm like, stop sending me these pics because, as all of you know, if you...
Yeah, it was an unintentional 5D chess move, they say about the Gabe Hoffman. We call that the Hoffman Gambit in the business. Okay? So it's one of those, actually, I was the mastermind all along. It's a Misfit Patriot style puppet mastering.
Send me pics.
Oh, yeah.
I will share them.
Share them, yeah.
I'm a creature of the internet. So I did...
Agreed.
Send this over to his enemies, and he's mad at me for this, but they just posted it online. This is one of the pics that he sent me. This is him.
No.
So this is insane. If you're not following along, remember Nick? I said he reached out to Ethan Van Sciver to try to get him back on his side. He was upset that Ethan Van Sciver is like, "Whoa, Keanu annihilated this dude," and he's like desperately sending him DMs. His way of trying to save face was sending him this.
Yeah, this is him right here with the 2 women he was.
Wait, why is he sending you these pics? Is he trying to feel you out, see if you're
John,
in or what?
Yeah, well, yeah, he might be trying to see if you're into that lifestyle.
Yeah.
God only knows. I'm definitely.
By the way, nobody's allowed to be mad at the henchman anymore. When you've got a panel like this all gaggling over, it's like watching The View. And what are these graphics? What am I even looking at here? Yikes. Anyway, so he's got this picture. Nick is like, actually, I was in a very sexual relationship with my own wife and also April. And so it's a picture of him getting a kiss on both cheeks from both ladies on Easter. You've seen this floating around. This is posted to our Discord. But did you know did you know this is how we have the photo? Was that Nick's masculinity, his manhood was so threatened, he needed EVS to know, actually, I'm a guy who gets pussy.
Lifestyle, okay? Hold on. Let me blow this up and we can share this tab. I'm definitely into this lifestyle, but not when I'm wearing eyeliner.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Rekieta, Misfit Patriot style, is wearing guyliner.
Oh, no. Didn't even notice.
This is
Good
real.
catch.
This is not photoshopped. I took a look at the pixels. I can confirm it. I can tell from the pixels. Okay, this is real. This is Easter. They're all wearing pink. All right, this is like a little fun get together. This is the father of children. One of his kids is what, 16 or something like that. Let this be a lesson to you, Nick. I will bring your children on as guests of this show. Okay? If I can get Destiny's Child, I can get Rekieta's kid. And all I got to do is mail them a little booger sugar. And they will come on. And they will reveal all exactly what they're embarrassed. Imagine finding out, not only is your dad doing this, which is horrible. Like, as much as you want to go, oh, but it's a pretty lady and wood. Let me tell you something. Around these parts, when we say wood about a lady, it ain't about fucking. Oh, yeah. Wood. Wood. Imagine lining them up like two little coconuts. Boom! Crashing through them, exploding those coconuts. The milk goes everywhere. Mommy milkers. So you find out as much as you would about these women. If you're a kid, you find out your dad is doing this publicly, by the way, and then he's sending the photos to other grown men to be like, see, I'm very sexual. By the way,
ladies.
By the way, the guy he sent it to is known for being the throat goat. So then you find out your dad's wearing eyeliner. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. That's the point. That's the point where it's over.
You don't want to.
By the way, that's not. Just to be clear, if he was doing it for like a bit or a sketch or something, totally different.
A world-renowned musician, David Bowie-esque.
Fine, yes.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know if it helps to compare him to the most androgynous guy of all time, but sure. He's mentally androgyned. He's androgyned up for sure, but this was a private photo that we're only now seeing. That we're only now finding out about. There was no good reason for this.
Where eyeliner. Oh, yeah. I'm getting kissed on the cheek by the two women. One's my wife, the other is a woman I'm fucking on the side, and my wife's fully aware of it.
And fully York.
His eyes are favoring the other girl.
They're
nice, yeah.
Yeah, they're looking the other way.
Yeah, because he was going to leave his wife for her that he now lies about.
He's got a type. Why would he send me this? I was like, I'm immediately going to send this over to people. I think
now EVS is checking it out. He's like looking at those legs. He can't help himself, you know. He's not, by the way, not Ape's legs or Kayla's legs. He's looking at Nick's legs. Look at those gams. Those things go all the way up.
Sent me this. Look, he's wearing pink and little boy shorts, and look,
he's like little boy shorts. Ooh,
pink little shoes there. But April is smoking hot.
No, yeah. I was into the girl the whole time. Ape is smoking hot. Ape's smoking something, and it's behind bars on my t-shirt. Anyway, happy Daddy's Day, everybody. That is Daddy's Day 13.
Hell yeah.
What an amazing episode. We'll see you again Thursday for our Primo show. Thank you, Henchman, for joining me. Had so much fun with you guys. You guys are all so
Happy
cute.
Daddy's Day.
Thank you. Happy Daddy's Day to you. And, well, just you. No one else here is a dad. But do you guys have dads at least? Or
Yeah, I do. Not anymore.
Actually, Dirk, let me talk to your dad real quick. Let's get Dad in
He
here.
is not here.
Daddy's
He is
Day.
legit not here.
It is Daddy's
He's
Day.
gone.
He's
gone.
Daddy. I'm making a shirt with your dad on it then.
I can't. He's gone.
I'm selling
he's
a
gone on
t-shirt
work.
with your dad on it because you're lying. to
Okay.
me. Are you ready
I'm not.
for that? Are you ready to have your dad
I legit can't get him
sold?
here.
He's going to be bought and sold. Okay? He's going to be my slave. He's going to be on r/Mersh.
He's gone on a business trip. I can't.
Yeah, business.
He is.
What?
He's gone all
business?
week.
What work does he even?
His
he
job.
He doesn't have a job, Dirk. He goes and he fucks women who are younger than you. Okay.
He's a married man. No, he doesn't.
Married
Not
to
anymore.
who? Not your mom.
woman?
I'll tell you that much.
Well, yeah, that's
A
true.
different lady.
That's a good
A
thing.
completely different woman than your mom. And that's fucked up. You are the type of kid that grew up seeing dad putting on eyeliner and getting kissed by two ladies at the same time.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you're what happened. This is what, guys, you want a preview of Nathaniel, what his future is like? It's fucking Mr. Weed over here, Dirk. All right, until next time, have an awful day.
heterosexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
Dirk, they're saying your dad's a Bangkok guy, that he went to That's the business trip.
He's in Texas.
Thailand.
They're saying he's a Bangkok guy. You know what that means, man. That's not good. Yikes.
Great show, guys.
But hey, happy Daddy's Day. I mean, what a way to celebrate, am I right? Got yourself
He had to fly out on Sunday, unfortunately.
Imagine getting yourself a nice old lady boy for Father's Day. So you didn't even celebrate Father's Day with your dad?
He had to leave that.
Oh yeah, he had to. He was like, I gotta go. Oh, I gotta go to Bangkok. Oh fuck, I gotta get out of here. Did you see my thing? A black guy giving a seminar on femboys.
No, I didn't.
See, what you got to do is rethink the whole ass pussy from the ground up. That's your dad right now in Bangkok.